Morning, Bill. How you doing? I got rid of the emojis. Let's see who shows up here this morning. It is cold, bitterly cold here. It's 25 degrees, but feels like close to zero with the wind. Let's see who shows up here this morning. Hang on a minute, everybody.
What's up, Bill, Mark, Joel? How's it going, guys? What's up, Joe? Oh.
Hey, Captain Joe.
Said he'd be here in a little bit.
Yeah, I know he's over on the other
Johnny's.
channel. Let's see. I got to make you a co-host. There we go. Little Amalora, time to leave Justin is here. You guys have too much fun.
Thank you. Give me a kiss.
I don't want to right now.
I know.
Yeah, I think all the ships are pretty much done now. There's one ship that's up the northern end of, the Michigan up here, and it's headed over here in Lake Michigan, and it's heading into port, I think, for maintenance and lockdown and getting done. There isn't too many ships out there in the world that are able to leave. This is the time of year when most of the shipping companies give their employees, especially they've been on the ships on and off, for 8 months, they give them time off. They put a skeleton crew on board just to maintain the basics on the ship. Yeah, why do you think it's okay to go over there and tear everything up? Huh? What do you think why would you think that's appropriate? Yeah. So Justin,
How you doing this morning, Mark? Do what?
I say, what's new?
Oh, not much. Just eating some cereal.
Oh, Mark says that they're getting tons of snow there.
I think it's still cloudy outside. I haven't been outside yet, but
Yeah, it's well, here it is here. Look, it's cloudy, overcast.
let's see if that storm's still over us. Yep. I still got a ways to go, too. What? Here's where we're at right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dead in the middle of it, and it's still got all this. Let's play it and see which direction it's going. Well, it doesn't look to be switching directions, so it looks like we might come out of it right around here. If it stays at its current
Yeah, but
course.
it's moving very slow, isn't it?
Yeah. It's probably gonna be over us all day again, like it was yesterday. That's a long ass storm. Mark said he was being sarcastic. They're just getting tons of rain there.
Oh, a lot of rain.
Yeah.
Well, rain isn't a lot of fun either. Any kind of moisture in the air
How's the printing going, Bill?
kind of sucks. Yeah, Billy, you've been doing a lot of printing, or David is
Ain't
still
been
waiting to hear back what they're gonna do for him, right? Or did he get his voucher they were waiting for?
No, he hasn't gotten anything yet.
Sounds to me like they're gonna drag their feet for a while.
Well, the thing is like we talked about before, it's kind of a small company, so they were starting to get big, and then unfortunately this happened. So they might be just, really strained at the moment trying to get everybody's returns done and stuff.
Well, yeah, especially like you say, a small company, and something like this could devastate that company just because of we don't know the number of people. All we know is David, the number of people affected by the recall.
Well, like I said, they were doing really well, man. Bamboo was taking them, like literally, like we always joke about the drones, but the bamboos were taking the market by like storm, right? And they were starting to get really big, and then unfortunately that they had to do a recall, but it is what it is. And so yeah, I don't think it's going to damage their company, because even David's talking about buying another bamboo once they get everything fixed and squared away. So I mean, people seem to still be wanting to get them, so they're not bashing the company too bad over it. Everybody's kind of looking at it like they did what they had to do,
Yeah.
and we'll just wait until they're back on the market again.
Well, I see. I was talking with in the chat
been-
last night with Tim, and he's working on getting his kitty.
Yeah. I did a little gaming live for a couple hours last night by myself, doing some GTA story mode. And Tim popped in and said he would. Oh yeah, you guys were talking in the chat about it in my chat.
Right.
That's
Right.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was talking about he went and looked at a bunch of cats, found some really cute ones, and seemed to be really excited about it, so I hope he gets one.
Yeah, I do too, because I think he would enjoy that, as well as the cat would enjoy being with him. He's got evidently they must, before they turn any cats over or dogs or whatever, they must go through a screening process to make sure they're legit.
But the biggest problem with when you put big ass fees like that, it really does limit the amount of people that will come in and want to get an animal.
Right.
So it's not really good. So there's really good families out there, that might live paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford to pay $250 for a cat, but they would really love to have a cat. Would be good family for a cat or a dog, whatever, And by them charging so much, man, it kind of limits their possibilities of adoptions.
Well, I understand why they have the fee set where it is, because if they're spay or neutering them, giving them all their shots, getting them all prepped and ready to go. You know, if you go and let's say somebody gave you a puppy, you'd spend more than 250, 300, probably close to 500 by the time you vet them and everything else.
Right, but I mean, our county finds a way to do all that and still give animals away for free. So I
Yeah,
mean, there's I mean, it's all about, I guess, how you budget your
they do it. They
money.
do it here
Or
once or twice a year, where
and
you you can go get an animal for free. You know.
and Paul, we all know these animal shelters usually get tons of donations. At least here in the U.S., they get a lot of donations from people coming in. You know, that are millionaires that are big animal lovers will come in and say, "Here's $10,000." You know.
Right.
They get a lot of donations, man. Animal shelters don't have an issue getting people to donate dog food and time. And there's a lot of veterinarians that will donate their time to animal shelters to do free procedures. You know, if they can't afford to do it and they're trying to help them out. Because, I mean, let's face it, if you're going in to be a veterinarian, obviously you love animals.
Yeah.
Morning all.
Hey.
What's up, Rob?
How you doing, Rob?
How you been, Rob?
Yeah, all right.
Well, since last night.
Yeah, just stressed out. Got a lot going on. Hey, Mr. Price guy, Bill.
Well, the bigger you get, Rob, as you probably well know, and especially in your situation, the more stress that you're putting on your shoulders every day.
Yeah,
It's like a double-edged sword. In one case, it's soothing to know that you have it, but on the other thing is when you handle it, you're liable to get a little cut here, a little cut there, or whatever.
You know, and
go on, sorry.
I was gonna say, I tell Matt and Laura this all the time. I'm like, when you get as big as me, it's stressful. Yeah, not an easy thing. Gotta take one day at a time.
Yeah, but then it's also as well. See, we're like 90%. Oh, I would say 90%. 60% of my stuff is all shows. Anybody with a mini 3 or 4 hours coming along, and saying they can do the same and other things. So it's trying to be one step above everybody else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things.
It's kind of like you got somebody nipping at your heels all the time,
But yeah, just and then clients, they always want, can you do this? Can you do that? Is this possible? Is that possible? It's it's fucking it's hard going, and you
Well,
don't
and
really.
plus you pretty much focus on the commercial end, right?
No, yeah. But then you don't really know then. If you're going to try something, are you going to shell out £10,000 and for something which is not going to work, or just you don't know where to go.
Right.
Yeah, no problem, Bill. I can't stay on too long anyway. With that. Are you about this afternoon, Justin?
Yeah. Yeah, I told you that. Told you
Yeah.
I'd be around.
Yeah.
I mean, Laura's live sometime this afternoon. I think around 2 my time, but maybe.
Yeah, I only wanted like half hour to get time,
Yeah.
if you wouldn't mind.
Just get up with me after Paul's show.
Right, so I'm gonna have to. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. Well, see, there's a difference too between people just buying a drone and saying, "Oh, I'm going to do commercial work." You still got to know how to do it. You can't just go out and buy a matrice and start inspecting power lines if you don't know how to do an inspection. You still gotta learn that stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's, I know a lot of guys, think that they're gonna get a drone and make some money with it, but
Well, and and like especially on the photography end, like with a cheaper drone, like you said, like a Mini 3, you still have to have a photography eye to line up shots correctly, to know your lighting. There's
yep,
a lot of work that goes into that. I
a
mean,
lot.
Donald will tell you people can shoot pictures all day long, but if they don't know how to do that kind of stuff, they're not, the experience is everything.
Well, and the editing and all that kind of stuff, it's
Right, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Like people like Donald make it look easy because Donald's been doing it so long that when he's sitting there and he's playing around on a live stream, but he's also editing in a project and it comes out really good, and he's been on a live stream talking shit with us the whole time, like that's because he's been doing it so many years, he's good at
right.
it. He's got experience doing it. What's up, Mike? Exactly, Bill. That's what I'm saying. Like anybody can buy a fucking, badass camera like Ron or like Joe has, but if you don't know how to use the fucking camera, it ain't really gonna do you a lot of good. That's the thing, is like, have you ever looked at like you look at like a lens or one of those high-end cameras like Joe and Ron and people use? Dude, there's like a million different little settings on those things. You're like, what the fuck does this do? And it's just little symbols. And you have to know what those symbols are. Or it might be abbreviations for something, it might be three-letter abbreviation that stands for something. Exactly, Bill. Like if you're gonna buy a camera that expensive and spend that kind of money, you better learn how to use the fucking thing properly. You're just wasting your money. You might as well just use your cell phone at that point. I mean, cell phones these days take really good pictures and video, but they still aren't a comparison to a DSLR. Maybe in like 10, I'm sure the technology on camera phones, on the cameras on the phones, is getting way better every year, but exactly, Joe. Yeah, the settings aren't bad if you know how to use them. But like Rob was saying, you get all these amateurs coming in buying these drones, these cameras, and they're trying to compete with a business. You're better off apprenticing under somebody and learning, trying to. How's your little printing farm going, Mike? Sounds like Bill cut back. He said he ain't been printing the last couple days. What's up, Jonathan? How's it going, man?
Jonathan. How's the weather down there, Jonathan?
I mean, they could, Bill. I mean, you got people that are just natural at some stuff. But you still gotta learn all those settings and everything. And those might be people that, dove right into it and started, watching videos and trying to learn as much as they could, even though they've only been shooting for a few months. But I sure shit ain't gonna go out and buy a $4,000 camera and just shoot it in auto. And I don't take enough pictures to even warrant buying a camera that expensive. Yeah, it's a little chilly down here right now, Jonathan, and really rainy. That storm that's over us is moving very slowly. Yeah, exactly. Like my cell phone takes really good pictures and video. I've played around with the camera a little bit. It takes 8K video, which actually looks really nice, but I don't know. I tried to upload it to YouTube one day, but it wouldn't let me. But I found 8K video on YouTube, so I don't know how they did it. Maybe it was just the format my phone was putting it in. I don't know. Oh, the zoom on the damn Samsungs is crazy good. Especially the stability, the farther you zoom out is surprisingly very steady. I used to zoom in on gas meters from like 20, 30 feet away and I could read the numbers clear as day.
Really?
Yeah, with my S22. I would be like 20, 30 feet. Some people would have like those little 4-foot chain link fences around their yard, but it'd be 20, 30 feet from the gas meter and they might have had a dog in the yard. And I would sit there and zoom in on my camera and I could read the numbers clear as day on that thing.
Well, that just shows the quality of the camera. The sad part of it is let's say you are flying something and using a drone and the drone's camera and you were looking at it on your cell phone. Doesn't mean you can zoom into that kind of quality. Because the image isn't.
There was one camera that Jim had for his Matrice. I don't remember what it was called exactly, but he showed us how he zoomed in like a mile away. Mike might remember that video, but he zoomed in on this gas station and he was like a mile away and you could read the numbers on the gas pump. I don't know what camera it was, but it went on the bottom of his Matrice. And this was at nighttime too. Like it zoomed in on the gas station. Of course, the gas station was nice and lit up, but you could read the numbers on the gas pump. And he was a good mile out.
Yeah, there's nothing like a good zoom. I had a couple of cameras that I used to fly with the Inspires that, were that good. But like you say, you're spending $3,000-4,000 on a camera just to hang on a $2,000 or $3,000 drone.
Oh yeah, easy. But Jim showed it on his channel quite a few times. He showed that video of him zooming in on that gas station. And I remember him saying he was just a tad over a mile out from the gas station. It was at nighttime, and he zoomed in, and like I said, you could read the numbers on the pump.
Yeah, and Mark White says over in the UK, most of the gas meters are inside the house. houses, outside.
Oh, he's saying they're in a cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, ours are all outside up against the side of the house. They're usually on the side of the house. And every once in a while, you'd get that one house that randomly they decided to stick the meter on the back of it. But majority of them, the newer neighborhoods were a lot easier to read meters in because they would put the meters in the same spots on all the houses. And usually it would be the first two houses, the meters would be in between the houses facing each other. And then you go to the next two houses, they'd be the same. And you just go down so you could read 2 meters at one time. But the older neighborhoods, they're all over the place. There would be one on this side of the house, one on the other side of another house. There'd be one on the back of the house. Like they put them all over the place. In the older neighborhoods, there was no consistency on where the gas meters were at. It was really annoying.
Well, and depending on how old the houses are, you know, they might have been there before they had underground gas service.
Well, and I think the homeowners here can actually decide where they want their meter on s- on
Well,
on
on new
some
homes,
houses.
it's part of the architectural design, right?
Right, yeah. So on the newer homes, that's why they're so uniformed is because they're installed and put in before they even sell the homes.
Right.
So it's like they do a contract with the gas company and say, okay, we're going to put gas stoves and hot water heaters in this neighborhood, and then they have them come through and run gas everywhere. But then in a newer neighborhood, you want them to look uniformed. You don't want gas meters all over the place. Like
Right.
you want them nice and uniformed in between the houses, and that's what they do. But the older, like I said, you go to older neighborhoods, and somebody might have had a gas meter taken out at one point, and then went all electric, and then somebody else will come in and say, "Oh, I want gas back," and then they run a new line to the house, and they might put the meter somewhere else where it wasn't before. There were some older houses, bro, that were from like the 50s, and there would be 3 or 4 um gas meter posts sticking up out of the ground where there used to be meters because they just run a new line every time. They'd never rehooked up the old lines, they would just run a new line. And so there would be 3 or 4 posts sticking out of the ground where there used to be gas meters all bunched up together in one spot. Because I know here you can request to have a meter pulled off your house if you don't want it. Like if you don't want them to use gas and you don't want it there, they have to come get it. They have like, I think 90 days from the time you request to have it pulled, they have to come pull it out. And then what they'll do is they'll go out to the road and they'll pinch the line off. They'll cut the line off out at the road and completely kill that line. There's just some people that are paranoid about having gas on their house. A lot of people there's quite a few people out there don't like it. They don't trust it.
I see that goofy ex-vice president Mike Pence is urging people not choose somebody other than Trump.
Yeah, well, them two had a bad falling out at the end there.
Yeah. Yeah, Laura. Laura says hers are inside and they're wireless. They nobody has to physically read them. Well, you know, the digital age is coming to fruition pretty soon. But you know, that same issue is you still somebody's got to maintain them. In other words, make sure there's no gas leaks, right?
The state here requires that you go around at least once a year and read the meters because they want to match it up to the electronic one, the electronic read,
Right.
to make sure that it's reading accurately.
Well, in the meantime, you got to be looking for
But-
gas too.
But some counties in Florida require they do it every month. See, remember how I was going up to Yulee all the time doing the meter read every month?
Yep.
And that was because that county required that they did it every month because they're all electronic already. It's just they don't trust the system to be accurate. So they want to make sure that, and that's why the state requires every county at least once a year to go around and read all the meters and then make sure that they're reading accurately. And then, like I said, some counties require it every month. They make you go around every single month and do it. They kind of supersede or not supersede, but they go farther than what the state requires, you know.
Now is Sarah got a long weekend?
No, only
So
the kids.
she's
do.
got to work on President's Day. Okay.
Yeah, only the kids got that off.
Because I know a lot of places is kind of iffy. You know, it's like the banks and stuff are closed, and
Medical facilities, they usually only take like the really big holidays off. Yeah, like 4th of July, Christmas. Yeah, there's not a lot of it's half the days the kids have off. She doesn't even get off.
here
Yeah.
comes David.
Good evening.
Hey, David, how's it going?
It's okay. Got off my computer here.
But our water meters are actually out by the road and they're in the ground in a box. You just pop the lid open and you can look down on the meter.
Yeah. Our water meters are outside as well.
But we have 2 water meters. In our city, we have 2 for each house. One is for your reclaimed water, and one is for your drinking water. So your reclaimed water is like it's not really fully filtered or recycled. That's what goes to your irrigation, your hoses outside, all that stuff. So you really don't want to drink out of the hoses here because it's not really good for you. Water's kind
You
of
could
bad.
have told me.
It's because it's not fully filtered water. There's still some nasty stuff that could be in it.
Yeah, see here in my town, if you get water, it's all filtered, run through the filtration plant and everything, and so it goes to your spigots outside and every place, you know.
Yeah, ours is 2 different ones. You have 2 different water lines. You have your drinking fresh water that's filtered, and then you have your reclaimed water, which only goes to your irrigation and your hoses outside. That's it. That's the only thing it goes to. Like I said, you don't want to drink it because it's got a lot of stuff in there that's good for like outside crap, like plants and stuff. So it's not really good for you to be drinking. Like they don't filter out all the bad stuff that's good for plants and stuff. So it's really not good to drink.
Right.
It's not. I mean, you wouldn't really get sick, but there's always a possibility you could get some weird parasite or something.
Rob, are you still with us?
Yeah, just
Okay, all right. Just was curious.
I don't know what the fuck is going on yet.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you? Hi, are you getting ready for your new drone this week? I think you're going to get it, aren't you?
He was waiting on that dude to buy that or the Mini 3.
Yeah. Well, the one thing is good is Dan's not gonna rush out and just blow it off to the next person. He makes
Well,
sure.
he's had it for months and months. He tried to sell it a couple of times before. Nobody bid on
Right.
it. So Jonathan, he'll say it should still be there. And if it takes Jonathan another week or whatever, he just needs to keep in touch with Dan.
Yep.
Let him know, hey, I'm trying to get rid of this thing. The guy flaked on me. Dan won't really care as long as Jonathan keeps in touch with him.
Yep.
I've been playing with AI this morning to see if I can design a new logo for my YouTube.
Oh yeah. Well, you need to colorize it.
I was actually looking for a black and white sort of. Well,
I don't know. I think if you had a certain green for the parrot, and then the truck might be red and with white lettering, and
nah, it's too well
Eh.
scrubbed out the colours.
Actually, that would be a good picture for you to print out for Laura to actually color. That's like that's one of those pages you would get in one of those adult coloring
Yeah.
books.
Very
Detailed ones like that.
yeah, silhouette.
Sorry.
Right.
What's up, Rob? You back?
Hi, everybody in the chat.
Yeah, I remember that, Jonathan. Yeah, that came out of that whole situation, but yeah, you came over here because Dan. I've seen you around tons of times before you ever started coming around here. You just never came to our side of YouTube. But I used to see you all the time on other shows.
Yep.
What model is it, John? Is that too noisy in the background? Anybody there?
Everybody, yeah.
Is that too noisy in the background?
No, we
we
don't hear anything.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. No.
Don't listen in.
But the dog's barking, the Hoover's going.
Can't hear it.
we can't hear any of that.
But it's about time you did clean some cleaning.
You know.
You can just see Rob with a Hoover stuck to the back of his wheelchair, you know, going round like one of them street cleaners.
Oh,
Well, I could almost picture him having a mechanical things on the back of his wheelchair, and he just push the button, and one goes down, and the other goes down, and then he goes and gets it.
Who the hell cares? Oh my god!
That was I was playing Rob's sound clip that he sent me. I got the other ones. David sent me some too. I gotta download.
Yeah, I can't find the bloody hard drive I've got. Full of them.
I got a bunch last night. I'll do them today.
Yeah, I gotta download these ones. Let's see.
Frank Rizzo says hello to everybody.
Hey, Frank.
Hey Frank, are you just running them through your speakers then, or are you running them through a soundboard or anything?
What's that, Rob?
It's Justin playing them through soundboard or straight through the computer.
Oh,
No, I'm playing them through EV Mux. I was uploading them.
Okay. Because there is that other one which is good. And at this moment, he knew he effed up.
I got this one that David sent me. Hold on. Let me play the sound.
Shut up, Tim.
That's the one Nazy sent me.
Poor Tim.
I
It
know.
actually kind of sounds like Laura. That's a little creepy. Did you notice that?
Yep.
Just a bit.
It sounded like Laura a little bit.
That might be where he got it from.
I wonder if you slowed that down a little bit, if it would lower the voice just a tad.
Oh, I can turn the volume down in EV. Like here,
Yeah,
let me
but
see.
you know what I'm saying? Slow down the playback a little bit. Like, shut up, Tim, you know?
Shut up.
Who the
Tim!
hell
Oh wait, hold on.
cares?
Why is that one on there? Added the other one. Oh, I gotta remove that. Add that. The hell?
Is anyone planning on going live later today? Because I want to go live at about 4 o'clock.
Good for you.
Shut up, Tim.
That'd be 11 o'clock our time, right?
Yeah, about an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know where David got that sound effect from, Laura, but it does sound like you.
Oh God, yeah, I thought it was.
Maybe he did pull it from a live stream. I don't know, but it does sound like Laura. She
Yeah.
even said that. I thought that was me. She thought
You'll soon know if he sends you another one. Shut up, Justin. Check your messages.
Like I said, he might have pulled that from a live
Yeah.
stream. I don't know.
Right, so these are all my designs I've got. Which one do you reckon's better?
What's up, Jody? How's it going, man? Oh, I really like that one of the American truck over there. It says Birdman 1977. That's pretty cool.
What line is it on?
The second line all the way to the right.
Oh,
This one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. I like that one.
I like the color ones down in the next line.
This one.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
these
And
ones.
the only reason I like that one is because you have the bird on the side of the trailer, but having a giant ass bird over top of your truck just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't, I guess, seem more realistic. Now, if you had the bird on the side of the trailer,
Yeah.
that makes it just, to me, it
I've
looks
got a
funny
couple of
having a
them
giant
here where
bird
he's
sitting over
where
your
it's actually
trailer.
pulling the bird. Although I'm not sure what the hell it was thinking here when it put cockatiel instead of cockatiel.
Like I said, they're not bad pictures. It's just, it's weird to me seeing giant birds standing over your truck, you know?
Yeah.
But if you had the bird on the side of the trailer, like if that American truck was a little bit more to the side and you had them on the side of the trailer, it would look really
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, there's this one here. I like that.
which one?
This one on this side here. Where it's got Birdman on the trailer, and then cockatiel's flying above it, and a parrot.
Oh, Jody's
Oh,
going to
bottom one,
McDonald's. Nice.
Mine's a veggie deluxe, Jody.
I like
Uh,
2 across, third one down.
this is
one.
America, wrong menu.
Yeah, that
I want
one.
a,
Yeah, I like that one as well.
The only
I wanna
reason I
s-
say that one is, sorry, just in 2 seconds, that is like a 1977 truck. All the others are
Yeah.
either later or a lot earlier. That is a
Jo-
70s/80s.
Jody,
Yeah.
I'll take a steak, egg, and cheese bagel, please, with extra bagel sauce.
Yeah, I'll have a big tasty, plain no cheese.
Yeah, I don't think we have a veggie option over here, David. This is America.
Wait, you don't have a veggie option.
I don't, not on the hand.
Do you do wraps?
They do wraps and
usually
salads
Sunday.
and stuff, but I don't know about like hamburgers and stuff. If they have
No,
like
they'll
that.
do. It's normally the veggie goujons that they put in the wraps are normally sat on a bun.
I
over
just
here.
don't know if they have like veggie burgers or anything. Like they do have those Impossible burgers at some places, but
I'm terrible at wraps.
Good morning, Lance. How you doing?
Or you've got the Mac plant in McDonald's over there, apparently.
Hey, Lance.
Oh, no, you don't. He says, although in America we don't have a vegetarian menu, we do offer options without meat, including our fruit and maple oatmeal, but burger buns without the meat. I'll just have a slice of bread, please, mate. That's just a bun.
Yep. Well, like if you were to get a Big Mac with no meat, you'd get a three layered, would have lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, all the stuff on it, cheese,
Yeah.
and just, because I remember there was a guy here in our town that used to go through Wendy's all the time, and he'd order like a triple, and he'd order it with no meat. It's like, okay, if you want to pay for that much money, that's
You Americans need to get with the program. I can't come over there while you're not serving meat, vegetarian options. But die of starvation.
yeah.
Just sat there with Justin and Laura eating these massive burgers. I'm sat there going,
You don't eat fish burgers or anything like that, right?
no.
Okay.
The amount of times I've got into arguments in McDonald's and they go, I'm sorry, the vegetarian burger's not available. But we had the fish or fillet. You working in a kitchen and you don't know the difference between a vegetarian and a pescatarian? Yeah, pescatarians eat fish. Vegetarians don't.
Okay.
But I'm going to be honest. If I went back to eating meat, I would not eat fish. I hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it. Disgusting.
I'm a
Leave them in the
Sagittarian.
water. You're a what?
I'm a Sagittarian. I don't
You're
know
a
what the hell
cannibal.
that is. I don't know what that is, but I'm just gonna go with it.
You're a Sagittarian?
I'm just making shit up.
Well, when's your
Sagittarian is the
birthday?
No, that would be a cannibal if you liked humans.
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah,
Oh, no, Rob's a-
sheepatarian
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say he's a
or a
sheepatarian.
lamatarian.
Yeah.
Nah. I was about to say the same fucking thing. I was like, he's a sheepatarian. What's up, Donald? How's it going, man? Lance, what's
Donald.
up? I thought the groundhog said spring was coming early.
So much fucking coming early.
Oh yeah, it should have came already, right? Something like that. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Well, we've
I'll pay
had some warm weather. It's just raining. Well, today it has.
Punxsutawney Phil. The groundhog don't even actually do shit anyway. They just read it off a paper. I think they just vote every year of what they're going to put on there. I don't even know how they come up with that. Or unless they're actually going on actual weather patterns to make their decision.
Yeah, it could be.
But all they do is just open, I think they knock on the door and then open it, and then they pull the groundhog out, and then that's it. And they pretend that it whispers something in their ear.
It's going to rain.
So, David, you're going on at 10:30?
About 4:00, 4:30. See what time you finish, and then I'll
Give us
go
a-
on half an hour later.
That's your time, right?
Yeah,
So that's
5 hours difference.
yeah.
Four-
Half an hour after
4:30.
Paul finishes. So if Paul stays on until midnight tonight, then it'll be half midnight over here.
No, I'm not staying on to midnight. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Oh no. It was 4:30 over there. That's what, about 11 o'clock here, 12? 11:30, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't fucking know.
And then is Laura going on after you?
Yeah,
Dave?
Laura goes live at 7.
Which would be 2 p.m. our time.
2 o'clock.
So yeah, David would be going on around like between 10:30, 11:30.
Yeah, don't worry. Laura's already given me instructions. You must be off by 7.
I know what apps are using my microphone. Shut up.
Well, you could go on early, like at 10:30 our time.
Well, like I said, when you finish, I'll go on half an hour later.
Okay.
Yeah, at some point today, I gotta tear my computer apart and blow it out and clean it. Get the air compressor turned on.
Yes, Laura? Oh, just a minute. I've been summoned to the other room.
Well, David ought to change his nickname for Laura to Goddess. Don't you think, Justin?
What?
David should start calling Laura Goddess.
I'm pretty sure he already does.
That's his little goddess.
Well, yeah, just keep talking about it. No, you didn't tell me to.
Pretty sure she
Oh.
calls him
What was that?
Ben. Nothing.
I can go back and listen to it.
We didn't say anything. We were talking good things. We were talking to Mark.
The theory came up, and I don't know where it came from, but that you probably should refer to Laura as Goddess.
No.
Well,
She-
yeah, I can see
She's your
that.
little goddess. What do you think of that?
Yeah, and then every time she asks you to do something, it's yes, boss. Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
that's always the case.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna come over there. I want to be called Lord Justin.
You ought to be
I'm
told
gonna
what?
tell, I tell everybody to refer to me as Lord Justin. When I come
Yeah.
over to England.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
Lord-
Rob's gonna call me. He's gonna Rob's gonna be like, yes, my liege. Yes, my lord.
Yes. Lord Justin of Bollocksland.
Yeah, my son has got it, and my wife has as well. And we bought as well. 2 acres of land on the moon.
2 acres of land on the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that back in the 90s when somebody was selling land on the moon.
You could buy.
that's when we bought it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are talking about that whole. There was that whole Scotland. They were selling the things, and all the YouTubers were promoting it.
Yeah.
It was to be a lordship or whatever.
Well, no, what they're talking about
The
as far as
fuck
the
was
moon goes, you used to be able to buy plots of land on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
in the
there was a
90s.
bunch of. Yeah, but there was this company that was selling like.
No, you can still get that one.
Lordship. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
YouTubers were promoting the shit out of it not
Yeah.
too long ago. And then some
Yeah.
other YouTubers came along and claimed that it was a big scam. And then a bunch of YouTubers got into it back and forth because they were telling all these other YouTubers, oh, you guys are crap for promoting this. And they were
Yeah,
coming back.
right.
It's not
Well,
a scam.
Well, actually, you can buy the name Lord of
Oh.
Sealand.
It's,
Yeah.
Donald, I'm so glad you're able to think of little things like that.
Yeah. So you,
It's
Well,
good.
what
Good for
you
you,
buy
little
is-
buddy. Good
what
for
you
you.
buy is
so
a-
you'd have Lord Mudball, of Sealand. So Donald will be called Lord Mudball. But it doesn't give you the rights to go into the Houses of Parliament and say, I'm a lord. Because you're only a lord of Sealand.
Hell no, I'll bust up through them doors. Like, I'm here
Yeah.
to fuck shit up.
Because Laura's brother, Mark, has got it.
Bro, you see me coming through the doors.
Yeah, Lord Mark of Sealand.
What? He's like, all will bow to me. Come here, Tyson. I come through those Parliament doors. I'm Lord Daddy. Everybody bow.
So that makes you royalty then.
No. A lord doesn't make you royal.
No, that was just kind of like, wouldn't that have been considered like an upper class family back then?
What, a lord?
Well, like a lord would be like a billionaire, but not necessarily. No, I'm
No.
saying
No.
if you were
Not even
I'm
close.
saying, okay, so what would a lord mean then?
A lord is a tribute given to you. So, like, MPs would create a lord, and then they would be able to sit in the Houses of Parliament in the Lords, which we call the Lords section, and they just get to vote on things. You get money to sit there and do jack shit, talk crap, and
as
yeah.
well, though, it's anybody who owns land in Scotland, isn't it? They can
No.
call themselves Lord.
Not in Scotland, it's Sealand.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
which is a thing. It's a bit off the coast, but yeah, you can actually buy a lord title, but it means nothing. It's just Lord in front of your name. That's it.
Yeah, it's gonna mean something when I come busting through your door. Lord Justin.
Well, you can come busting through my door, but you'll be busting it straight back out.
And Rob better refer to me as my liege. Okay, when I come through that door.
Hell no. I ain't. You come over here and say you want to be called my liege, right? They'll malise you, all right.
Rob will be like, "Where are we off to, my liege?"
Well,
I'm gonna stand on the back of his wheelchair. Go.
Is that where the Malays came from? Malise?
My liege.
I've never heard of malise, but I'm sure you start talking.
Malays means just kind of in a state.
Yeah, but what malise is over there probably doesn't mean that over here. You'll probably end up getting beaten up. Yeah, it's like that video that was going around last year about the guy, and he come over and he says he goes to his mate. He goes, "I dare you to go over to that woman and smack her one on the fanny." Well, over in America, the fanny's the bum. Yeah, over here it's not. It's the front part. So this British guy got up and went, "I'll dare it," and he went over and smacked her one right in the front. He went, "Not there, on the back end." He went, "Well, why don't you say the bum?" And he ended up in a massive fight in the pub.
Back in a bit.
Okay.
Thanks later, Rob.
I like how Jody said he filed a deed on the moon already, and it's his now.
Wait, if the moon belongs to who?
Jody said that he filed.
Jody. Well,
filed a
guess
deed
what,
for the moon.
Jody? As the moon keeps bringing the high tides in and flooding the land, that makes you liable for all flooding, sea defense flooding, and you need to start building these freaking walls and paying your way. It's no longer an act of God.
Come on, Aubrey.
What the? Really? There was a need for that? Joe's here.
Hey, Joe, how's it go?
Hey, y'all.
Howdy.
I see you were over on the other show.
Yeah, I was on another show, then we got off and talked for about 30 minutes.
Oh, moonlighting. Jeez. Disgraceful behavior, that, Paul.
Hey, sorry. Yeah, so I need all of y'all to say a prayer about this crazy wedding coming up. I'm hoping that there's no drama today.
What time you got to be there, Joe?
Well, I gotta be there at 2:00.
2:00.
So I don't even know if I'm picking up my daughter at 1:15 or not to take her to the wedding, or if she's even going to the wedding, or if she dropped my wife off this morning and has the car. And it was a
What
lot
do
of
you-
drama last night still
You expected
with
some
her,
drama?
and it's the daughter thinks that everything's always about her.
She wants to be the main attraction there.
Yeah, and then last night, my Justin, I thought Justin was gonna kill David
What did I
because
do?
Yeah,
well,
yeah, you little
last night,
prick. You're lucky.
well, David is the baby daddy, and David lives with the ex-wife, and they live all together
Should
with
I
the
hope you
ex-wife
told
and the
Laura?
daughter. You know, they got a 4-bedroom over there. So last night, her and David got in an argument, and David threw her across the room.
Oh,
Ooh.
God, you're a dick, David.
David,
So
why would
it's
you
like-
do something like that?
So
So-
who?
In my defense,
Hold on, David threw who across the room?
Wrong, David, my daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
So are you gonna go over there and kick his ass?
Well,
Yeah.
my son beat me to it. Yeah.
And the thing of it is that the real announcement I get is that David is the baby daddy.
Yeah,
it's news to me.
real different David. Okay, I'll save you, David.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But
David's lucky
but
it
the
wasn't
ex-wife
me.
was
What?
there when it all happened, and what it was all
He's
about
the Lord of
was
Scotland.
apparently
Because that's
Brittany
what Scotland wants.
put her hands on
Right.
And
him
he's the Lord
too,
of Sealand.
and she
He
more or
can't.
less got
He
her
just has
off
to have
of.
Lord.
So it was a combination type of
I
thing.
looked it up. He can actually have send all the documents in that he brought the Lord,
Unmute.
and he can have it.
Unmute, Justin.
Yeah, so it's a combination type of thing where she put her hands on him, and he kind of got her off of him. That's what it was.
What are you up to, Mister?
So
You start.
Sounds like
Not the
this
kinda-
David dude, not me, this other David dude, needs to take a fucking hike and off the planet. You do
Well,
not throw
I think-
women or hit women.
oh, I agree. I'm with you.
Well, now is this the daughter that likes to be the center of attention?
Yes, sir. Only daughter.
So what we're getting is one side of the story. Since he is not married to her, but just
Yep.
living with her. And can you imagine living with her, Joe?
No. I deal with it. That's enough.
Yeah.
But the ex-wife told me what happened. You know, she said she heard them kind of scuffling, went in there and got the baby, and she said Brittany had him and was kind of pushing on him and kneeing him and all kind of stuff, and he just kind of pushed her off of him.
Okay.
And Justin heard it, and Justin went over there last night and said, "Let me tell you something. You put your hands on my sister, I'll shoot you." You know, like that.
Well, the sad part of it is there's two sides to the story. What you got to
Yeah.
find out is, if she was attacking him and he pushed her away,
That's self-defense.
that's right.
You know, bottom line. And like I told her, I said, listen to me good. I said, grow up, number one. You know, I said, you have a daughter right there. Because then he threatened to said, I'm gonna go ahead and get an attorney and take my daughter from you. Like that. First off, there's no way in hell he's stable enough to take the daughter from her.
Yep,
I
exactly.
said, don't let him threaten you. I said, second off, get him out the house. If that's what you want, get him out the house.
That's
You
right.
know?
Evict him.
I said, if you wouldn't have touched him, you had him out the house. I said, all you had to do is call the police and put a restraining order on him. He ain't coming back.
That's right.
I said, if that's the issue, do that, you know. I said, but don't go over there and put your hands on him. And that's what Justin did. Justin chewed Brittany out more than he
That's
chewed
what we do.
David out, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't have a clue what's going to happen today. It all because she's mad she can't bring her daughter to the wedding because they're not going to have kids, but there's 2 kids in the wedding because one's 8 and one's 4, but they're in the wedding. It's
And
different.
how old is
You
her
know?
kid?
A year, you know, it's a
Can you
big
imagine
difference.
trying to have a wedding with a baby in your arms and
I understand. And she said, well, you're making it all about Nick. Yeah, it's Nick's wedding. Leave it alone, you know? Freaking Nick's wedding. Damn.
Lance,
Yeah, Nick.
He's giving it to me, not selling it.
What?
was
Well, I have
answering.
no clue what's going to happen today. And the other thing I found out, you ready for this? I found out the photographer, like I said, I might have told y'all yesterday, is brand new. And they haven't even paid her yet. And she called up yesterday, wanted to know if she still was coming to the wedding. So my son told me, bring your camera just in case. You know? I said, yeah, I'll do it.
oh, that's because the father-in-law was supposed to be paying for all this stuff.
Yeah, he's supposed to have paid her already, and they don't like the price now. And she's brand new, charging them $2,000, and all they're getting is USB drives.
Well, that's a rip right there, isn't it?
That's actually about what it goes for now.
Really?
Yeah, for people that have done it, because I've got a $1,000 package sitting out there. All you get is a USB drive. You know, and
Well,
I'll
what
do
do
it
you-
that way.
What do you get for $2,000 normally then?
For 2,000 with me, you get an album, you get a proof book, an album, you actually get online proofing, and you get a 8x10 album, and you get 11x14, 16x20, a couple other little things. And plus, I'm out there for engagement shoot first. That you'll have the 8x4, I mean the 16x20 engagement picture you choose at the place will be framed.
Donald said they need to
And,
follow the rules of the wedding or don't go.
I'm
Well, that's
with
how
you,
it is.
you
At
know?
the end of the day,
It's not her wedding. It's about her brother. And I told her, I said, let me explain something to you. I said, as much as I do for you, if you screw this up, I'm dead to you. You know, that's how it is. I said, you will see me walk away and I won't do anything for you because you can't take it back. This you can't change if you screw it up.
exactly.
I said, so it'd be better for you just to stay home. And Nick told her, if you're going to come out here and start crap, don't even come. It's his day. You know, it's not even his day. It's Victoria's day.
It's their
His
day.
wife. Yeah, his wife. He wants his wife to have the perfect day. And she already knows the drama going on.
Yeah, you don't want, I mean, that just looks so bad on you if you go to somebody else's wedding and starting shit. I mean,
Well, where they're having a wedding at in Tangipahoa Parish, there will be police there because they have a policeman at the wedding all the time at this place. And if she starts some crap, she won't be there long, you know?
well, your son's an off-duty police officer anyway, so.
Yeah. And he
He
said
can
he's not going to stand for it.
He can still enforce the law even if he's off duty. He
Yeah,
still
because
has
he's
it.
got a state Louisiana certification.
Right, and the cops in most places are obligated to step in even if they're off duty.
Yeah.
If
Well,
they
a
And
see
police
it's
something,
officer is supposedly never off duty.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
one
well-
way. That's one way to look at it too.
Well, she was bitching because her mom has to be there at 7 this morning, which I got to find out if everything worked out. And she had to be there for 7 this morning. So she said, well, she's going to have the car. How am I going to get there? I don't have a car. And I said, you do have a car. You got David's car. Use Dave. Oh, I'm not going to use that one. It doesn't have air conditioning or heating. I said, does it run? Put a coat on and drive up there. It's going to be 56 degrees.
Oh,
Like
that's
that.
not,
I said, or I'll pick you up. Like this. Or I said, the easiest way. And her mama said, bring me there in the morning and take the car. Just drop me off. I'm not getting up at 7 o'clock to bring you. I said, well, where's the problem at? It's you. You know, you're the problem, you know. I said, if you want to go and you want a car, you're getting up at 6:30 and bringing her. Go back, go to sleep. You don't have to be there till 4 o'clock. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
I don't know. She may have got up this morning and drove, hopefully.
How far is the drive?
About 38 miles.
56 degrees in a car is not too bad if you got a coat on.
You know, it's just, you know, you got to understand. I've dealt with this all my life with her. And it was never that way until the divorce, because she was at mom's 90% of the time and mom didn't enforce it, you know.
Oh,
Two different ways of growing up. When she was by me, it was 90% good. 10% she'd flip out on me. You know, it's like, oh, by her, she had an incident in the car one time where she was in the car, got pissed at her mom, kicked the windshield and broke the windshield for the car, you know. And where it happened, this is the funny part, where it happened was near Robert, Louisiana. I'd have pulled off the Robert, Louisiana. They got a youth detention center, pulled in there and said, take her. You know,
Yeah, this is your property
I said,
now.
Yeah.
take her down, you know.
Wonder, I wish there was like clips out there, Jonathan, of that, of people actually speaking up during that part of the ceremony. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Oh, there's loads of clips out there of that section of weddings.
I told my ex-wife the other day when she started acting up at Olive Garden, I looked over and I said, I'm sorry. And she goes, what are you sorry for? I said, that day she was laying on my chest and fell and I dropped on her head. You know, I said, maybe that's it, you know. Gabe fell out laughing. She said, yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I don't think I'll be honest with you, I don't think she's gonna be stupid enough to do something there. You
Well,
know,
you hope anyway.
oh, I'm hoping. But
It's not stupid enough, it's selfish enough. If you go to someone
that's a good
else's,
question. Selfish enough.
if you go to someone's wedding and ruin it, you know, and it does happen quite often, more than you think. Yeah, if you're doing that,
Oh, yeah.
you're just selfish. You should just, yeah. It's like funerals as well. The amount of fights you get at funerals.
Oh,
Yeah, we had
you-
go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
I said I did a wedding years back where the sister showed up. I was trying to get everybody done. The sister wasn't there yet. And the sister comes in and her and her husband were fighting. And I said, hurry up, get in here. And she looked at me and said, stop fighting. Get over here so I can take this picture real quick. I took the picture and said, okay, I'll see y'all at the wedding. And I left, right? After the wedding went on without a hitch, we get to the reception and the sister and the husband are still fighting. And I finally had enough of it. I walked over there, got in between the both of them and said, listen to me good. She's paying me a lot of money to get this shit right. If you're going to fight and you're going to screw up the pictures, I want y'all to leave. I said, but
Yeah.
shut your mouth for 5 minutes. Let me get my pictures. Then you could fight all you want, you know? And she just looked at me. She was, I can't believe you're talking to me that way. I said, I'm going to have them escort you out of here in a minute.
Have you?
And she just looked at me, went and stood there, took the pictures, and then they fought, you know? It was good.
David, do you know how they came out with that movie, The Beekeeper, and then the Bricklayer?
The what?
The two new movies that came out, The Beekeeper that everybody was talking about.
I've not seen them yet. But
Okay, and then they have the new movie called The Bricklayer, and both of them kind of follow the same theme, right? Like they're both like doing just everyday jobs, but they're like some secret assassin, like ex-CIA, right, type thing.
yeah,
So people were commenting on the Bricklayer movie trailer. Look, and they put a few more movies following this theme, and we might have a new mercenary team called the Tradesmen. And then where was that one at? It said the Beekeeper, Bricklayer, Shoemaker, Shoe Cleaner coming next month. The Candle Maker. Because they both pretty much follow the same theme. I have to watch the Bricklayer. I started
well,
the other night and fell asleep.
you see, Joe could actually do one of these, couldn't he? The photographer. The Secret
Yep.
Life of the Photographer.
Oh yeah, Joe, you could write a movie.
Oh,
Behind the
Jesus,
scenes.
Donald.
Yep.
Donald said funerals and weddings are very similar. Siblings fight and the second cousins have sex upstairs.
Well, what you'd call it, Joe, is behind the
He's
lens.
right.
Behind the lens.
Right.
Yeah,
Just so
behind
you're
the
aware,
lens.
yeah, that might be a case in America, but it's not a case over here. The second cousin
I
bit does
don't
not
know.
happen.
I don't know what weddings Donald's been going to, but I've never seen that.
The fights I can understand, but the second
Yeah,
cousin
but-
bit,
I mean, if you don't want to look weird, it's got to be at least third cousin or farther. I mean, come on.
Uh-huh.
wait, oh no. It's not to be any cousin. There's enough lines removed now to not be any cousins, right? If it's not 200th cousin removed, it ain't happening.
Well, we know where David draws the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw enough drama at weddings when I was going to them.
We'll go back to that conversation where sorry,
I
Joe.
had one that the bride, they were getting ready to cut the cake, and the ex-girlfriend crashes the wedding, walks up and puts handcuffs on her and the groom, handcuffed them to each other. And
Did you see that?
everybody was freaking out.
Did you see that wedding, that body cam footage from that one wedding where the brother was all drunk and shit? And then the cops show up because he's like pushing a bunch of people. And the two cops show up and he knocks the one cop out and then he goes to attack the other cop and the cop shot him dead during the
Wow.
wedding. And everybody was pissed off at the cops. It was like, bro, this dude was not small neither. This dude was jacked. And he was all drunk as shit and attacked one. And the cops didn't do anything like out of the ordinary. They were just trying to break
Yeah.
it up. And he put his hands, the cop put himself between the sister and the brother to break him up. And then he started pushing the cop, "Oh, don't touch my sister," and then knocked the cop out. The cop was completely knocked out, snoring on the ground. And then went after his partner, got his partner on the ground, was punching at him. So his partner pulled his gun and dude just unloaded on him. And then the family wants to get all pissed off at the cops for it. I'm like, he's the one that was acting like a jackass.
I did a wedding out in New Orleans East, and I was skeptical on doing this wedding for the first part because I didn't get paid right off the bat, and then finally they paid me, and it was just the way they were acting about it, and it looked like there was some turmoil there, and there was a couple of guys that were in the wedding party. It was 16 groomsmen, 16 bridesmaids. It was a huge wedding. And we got all the pictures done and everything. And during the thing, a couple of them started mouthing off. And they had one police officer at the door that was working the thing. And all of a sudden, a fight broke out and you heard a gunshot. When you heard the gunshot, I started heading outside. And me and the cop hit the door at the same time. We were both leaving. You know, like that. And I looked, we couldn't get through. I looked at him and he looked at me and said, "Wait a minute." And he jumped out. And I said, "Why are you leaving?" He said, "I'm going back there by myself. You crazy?"
There's
They
the
called
video
for
on the
backup.
chat. If anybody wants to watch it.
But somebody there had a gun and took a shot at one of them. And that was let's see. That had to be 1991. Yeah, everybody was scattering trying to get outside, and me and the cop got jammed in the door together. I said, "I'm out."
All right. Here. There you go, right here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man,
Watch.
that bitch ain't got nothing to do with me.
It's his first wedding.
You shut up.
Back
Can you hear
Yeah.
Yeah.
it? Okay, watch.
It's his
Back
first
up.
wedding.
So that's the brother there, and that's the sister. And he was pushing people to the ground before the cops got there, and he's really drunk.
Listen,
Back
it's his
up.
first wedding.
Back up. Back up. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way.
And then obviously one cop's talking to him, the body cam, and there's the other cop here.
Move out of the way.
Have any weapons?
Move out of the way.
He got a taser gun in his hand.
Come here for a second. Come here. Come
But you can tell that's not a small boy right there. He's a big guy. You're talking probably
Yeah.
6'2", 6'3", you know, probably 280 pounds. Most of that's muscle.
Come here. Don't you snatch my motherfucking sister. Get away from him. Step back, Sam. Back up. Back up. Back up. You touch my sister. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Hold on. Gotcha. Hold on. Okay. Back up. Back up. Back up. We good. Back up. We good. What's up, man? What's up? Talk to me. Okay. Hey, talk to me.
What's this at?
Wow.
This was in Florida, I think.
Yeah, is it a wedding or a funeral?
No, it's a wedding reception.
You heard the shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. But that cop he hit that cop really hard.
He's still trying to get up.
Let me see if it gives the. Yeah. So and then when there's, I don't know where the other video is, but it shows it somewhere else in there. It gives the other perspective from the other cop's body cam. But the second body cam, he jumps on top of knocks the cop on the ground, and you see him come down on the cop, and you see him just wailing on the cop, and the cop pulls his gun out and just unloads in his chest. Well, I mean, that's the cops weren't like being super aggressive or anything. They were just trying to get everybody broke up, have a, see what was going on, trying to talk to the guy, and the guy just lost his shit. Unfortunately, when you hit cops like that, that's what happens.
I thought cops were made to aim for the legs.
No, they are aimed center mass.
Yes, center
Center
mass.
mass.
They're
Over
trained.
here, they aim for
In the
Right,
U.S., they put it center mass because there's been plenty of cases where cops have shot people in the leg,
Right here.
and the person still was coming at them. Like when your adrenaline's up that much, you can get shot and still go after somebody.
Yep.
And so it's taught to shot center mass. Unfortunately, I mean, it's like the worst thing to have to do, but in that case, his partner was on the ground. He didn't know if his partner was, how seriously injured his partner was. His partner couldn't help him. He's now on the ground fighting for his life because that guy could have grabbed his gun or anything. I mean, that right there, the cops had every right to do what they did. I mean,
Yep. That was justifiable force.
if the guy would have, kept his composure, because you saw what the cop was doing. He was just trying to split them up. Hey, let's split up. Come over here and talk to me. And he was like, bro, just stop. Talk to me. And then all of a sudden he just reared back and hit the cop out of nowhere.
Well, where the problem was is when that second guy came in on the side and tried to get between him and the cop and move the cop out the way a little bit. That's when the guy had out to hit the cop.
Well, and the thing is not only was his adrenaline up, but he was also drunk too, which didn't help anything because we all know alcohol's an inhibitor. So
Yeah, from all the times that I've worked EMS and seen crap go down, when that second guy steps in and gets involved between the cop and the guy, that's when that second guy needs to be taken out of there quick, because that's when all the shit happens.
but unfortunately there was only 2 cops there at the time
Yeah.
that at first responded. And, like I said, his partner got knocked out and he couldn't call for help because, he was so dazed. You saw when he got up, he just went right back to the ground and was completely dazed.
Yeah, he
He didn't know what the hell happened.
He was in Never Land.
But I'm saying when you act like a jackass like that, at that point, I'm sorry, but you're forfeiting your right to live at that point. Because you put yourself in that situation. Not to mention he was being violent with people before the cops got there too. So they said he pushed over a couple women. He pushed a couple women to the ground. And one of them, I think, was his mom. If you listen to the 911 call at the very beginning, I think it was his mom he pushed to the ground and one of his other sisters.
Well, if he pushed two people to the ground, the least of the thing, he was going to jail. It was like,
Yeah, he would have went to jail, got probably a a simple assault charge or whatever. It
Yeah,
probably would have been
domestic.
dropped if it would have been his first time. He probably wouldn't have got anything. He
he
probably
might
would
have
have
to go
got
to
some.
counseling, maybe.
Yeah, but instead he escalated it and took it way too far, and the cop had to do what he had to do.
Because I'm telling you, you don't put your hand on a cop.
No,
You don't put your hand on a cop.
the time to fight it is when you go to court, not with the damn cop.
Yeah.
Because then you're just going to add more charges.
There's as many cop friends that I know will be joking around places and stuff. I may shake their hand or like Eddie and that we come up, shake hands, give a little side hug and all of this. But I wouldn't walk up to a cop that I know and put my arm around or even touch him, unless I'm shaking his hand or something. It's just the principle of the thing. It's like it's a different line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Well,
the
the
cops
thing
train
is
for
that-
everything different,
I mean, I would say it's one thing if you're walking up to the cop and you really know him very well and you guys are real
Oh,
good
yeah,
friends.
that-
You could walk
you
up and
don't-
give him a hug
yeah.
without him expecting it, but you definitely don't want to walk up behind a cop and throw your arm around him without him knowing
never
it's
touch a
not
cop
you.
from the back.
Yeah, because they'll
I'm-
freak the fuck out. They'll be like, "Oh fuck!" They don't know who's
Yeah,
behind them.
If I'm walking up
There-
behind one, I know I make sure I holler the name before what you doing, man? Like this.
Yeah, think, man.
Make
they're,
sure they know
they're-
I'm coming.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're always on their toes.
Yeah, your head's on a swivel. It's
Yeah, if the cop knows you really, really well and you're really good friends with them and they see you coming and you walk up to them, they probably wouldn't give two shits if you walked up and gave them a hug at it and they weren't expecting it, but you want to know, you want them to know that you're coming, not sneak up on them.
yeah, that block party my son was working, the one that he run the pregnant girl over.
What's up, Randy?
They had a girl talking to him earlier and kept putting a hand on him. And he turned around and said, "Girl, stop touching me. And just stop putting your hand on me. Back off." She said, "But you fine. I don't care. Just back up."
But you want to talk about ruining weddings, that dude. But what was crazy was
Yeah,
how
that
the
wedding
family.
over.
Yeah, what crazy about that though is the family wanted to blame the officers for that.
Well, they always do.
Like,
They always do. Nobody wants to take responsibility. Like
Laura,
I'm saying with my daughter. Responsibility. You're the cause right now.
Laura, sign out my Amazon.
no,
None you
shot
have.
more.
Not in your business.
Get off of my
Business.
desk.
Yeah.
What's up,
I've
Nunya?
just
Haven't
got a
seen you in a minute.
notification from Amazon. We'd thought you'd like a new skirt. I don't think I do. No.
Yeah,
Laura,
we all
get
know
out
what
my
you've been-
Amazon.
Yeah, don't blame that on Laura.
I said, get out my Amazon.
Amazon's algorithm knows exactly who it's talking to.
That's right.
Well, it might do, but Laura always uses my side of Amazon to order things,
There you go.
even though she's got her own.
Uh-huh.
Because we got the family plan, so she has her own movies and everything.
All it's doing is recommending Laura puzzles and stuff. It's recommending David skirts.
But yeah, I'm the one that buys the puzzles.
That's kind of a puzzling situation.
Oh, the freak.
What's up, Dusty? How's it going, man? And Randy's in the chat. If nobody said hi to him.
Hi, Randy.
And Nunya. What's up, Nunya? I ain't seen you in a minute.
Hey, Eddie.
Joe T. So we had Frank Rizzo and drone shots.
Yeah, he likes to bounce back and forth. He's home now if he's on drone shots account.
How cold is it by you, Justin?
It is 60 degrees right now, and it feels like, let's see here. Feels like 57. And it is raining.
8 degrees.
And
with
that
39.
rainstorm is kind of just like staying right
Here,
there.
I'll show you. Here, I'll show you.
We're 39
So-
right now, gonna be 57 today. It
So
was
I'm
30
dead
this morning.
smack. I'm dead smack in the middle of it right now. See that? And this storm is moving very slow.
Man, it's going slow.
Yeah, look at it. It's already. Now,
Yeah, you're
if it
getting that
stays
training
on,
effect.
Thought
but
you
if it
lived in the
stays on
Sunshine
its,
State.
if it stays on its current course, it looks like. Damn it, pause it. It looks like this section will stay under here. It looks like we might come out of it right around here. So if it stays on its current course, if this goes north any, then we'll still be in all that. But I mean,
Yeah.
by 2 o'clock, it's still over us. See? So yeah, it's going to be an all day. It was dark all day yesterday. I mean, dark outside, and it is dark again today. I mean, it felt like 5 o'clock in the evening all day yesterday. Yeah, it looks like a Cobra.
Glad they changed that.
Just put a 2 terabyte SSD in the laptop, setting up Windows 8. I got a Windows 11, Jody. Just skip right over that crap Windows 10.
Windows 10 is way better than Windows 11.
Crap. I don't have any problems with Windows 11. I think
I don't-
that
No, I don't like the layout. They're assholes. I don't like the fact they dictate what you can have on your computer. Piss off.
I've never had it dictate anything that's on my computer.
Well,
I got
use
Windows.
I
got
use
Windows
a program called Classic Shell.
Now there is a Windows version that is kind of like Apple and Chromebook, where it won't allow you. I can't remember what it's called. Jody, you probably know what I'm talking about. But you
Yeah.
can opt out of it, and once you opt out of it, you can't never get it back on that computer.
Wow.
I have a
Right.
Windows 11 Pro.
Well,
So I
I've
have
got
the
Windows 10 Pro, and I'm keeping Windows 10 Pro for as long as I possibly can.
And I've never had the computer tell me I couldn't download something
Well,
or anything like
it-
that. So
You see, when I upgraded from Windows 8 to Windows 10, it straight away said, right, you can't have uTorrent, you can't have Classic Shell, and then it put Microsoft Office on a trial version, even though I had the full version.
what is
Yeah.
that called? Fucking
And-
that Windows version that
Yeah,
doesn't
and
allow you to do anything.
every day I get new apps. The amount of times I've taken Candy Crush off my freaking computer. Take a
No,
hint.
see, I never had any of that issues. Windows OS, is it?
Oh, Windows OS
Uh,
is supposed to be a basic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a family operating system, and it's very much like Chromebook and Apple. It will not let you like download programs that are not approved. You can only download stuff from the Microsoft Store. But like I said, you can immediately go into your Windows settings and you can opt out of it. And once you opt out of it, it's gone forever. See, I made the mistake. I didn't realize about a year and a half ago, I had the option to go to Windows OS, and I was like, oh, what is this? And I fucking clicked into it like a dumbass and put it on my system. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't put nothing on my fucking computer. And so then I figured I went and watched some YouTube videos on it, and I realized, oh, I can take it out. So I went and opted out of it. And once you opt out of it, it's gone forever. You can't get back into it. So that's what I did. But
Windows
with
95 is
the-
still pretty good.
with the M.2 that I had from David, it had Windows 11 Pro on it. So I just put that in my computer and switched it over. And now I got Windows 11 Pro on my computer. So,
You know what?
because I did have Windows 11, what was it? Home, I think
Yeah.
I had.
If they made a Windows that made it look like Windows 3.1, right? I'm telling you, I'm going to that Windows. I don't give a shit what program
Joey's-
it says I can and can't have, but I will go to that Windows.
Jody says Windows 11 sucks as bad as Windows 10.
He's right.
Like I said, I don't know why everybody hates Windows 11, because me and David both use it. Me and him have never had an issue with it. It's fine for me. It's worked great for me. David uses it daily for his
Yeah, but
job,
when
and
you
he doesn't have no problem with it.
right, think of it this way: you're a young'un, as we say. You may look old, but you're a young'un.
Fuck
Right.
off.
Hey, youngin?
You, yeah, you've been using Windows, what, 10, 15, 20 years?
I've had
Yeah.
it since Windows 95.
Yeah. Well, we've been using it before that when we had Windows.
Well, I actually used Windows
Windows
before Windows
3.1.
95. I just don't really remember it because it's been so
Right.
long.
Well, we have Windows 3.0, right? And every so often they keep bringing out these stupid updates. And since when is it Windows 95, the first one that went to the big operating system, like it is now, it was fine, right? Everything seemed more or less in the right place. Windows 11, they had to try and copy Apple, put everything in the center. Nobody using Windows wants that. Nobody, right? Pack it in. No. If I wanted my computer to look like Apple, I'd get an Apple.
What are you
Right.
talking about? My computer does not look nothing like an Apple.
Where's your menu bar?
Down on the side, left side hand.
Right? So you've done the option to move it. You've put the
Oh,
code
no,
in
I-
and moved it.
No, you can go to taskbar manager settings and you can just change it.
Right? Can you put your menu bar at the top of the screen?
No, why the hell would I want it at the top?
Because that's where I prefer mine.
See, I
the
can go to
top.
taskbar behaviors and I can put it, I can do all that, and then I can where's it at? Oh, right here. You can put it in the center or to the left hand side. Which I
Yeah.
have it centered, but I really don't care where it's at down there. I don't care if it's centered or to the left. Doesn't bother me. I don't like it on the top anyway. I wouldn't want
Yeah,
it
well,
up
look.
there anyway.
I've got it here, and I can have it over there, or down here, or over here, or back up there. That's where I want it. I want it up there.
Yeah, but I don't mind it up there or down at the bottom to the left. It doesn't bother me either, even in the center.
On the
I don't
top
really
looks
care.
more like Mac.
Hey, Rod, how's it going?
I want it. Yeah,
And
but I want it up
David-
there, and I want to be able to move it around wherever
Yeah.
I need to move it.
And David, there's an answer to your question, and it may not fit you, but this was partially the logic behind why they did it. Put it in the middle,
Move.
and that is people with multi-monitor. There were a lot of weird quirks with multi-monitor and sort of what was where and blah 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 blah.
Well, I've got
So
three.
it-
I've got three monitors. Mine's fine. Yeah, I don't want it in the center. Pack it in, right? And this is
Okay.
why they've extended Windows 10 shelf life. They've expanded it by another 2 years because they know nobody wants Windows 11. Nobody wants stupid apps. Nobody wants the Windows to look like a tablet. Nobody wants a tablet version of Windows. Pack it in, right? Tablets, Android. Windows is your PC or laptop. Pack it in.
I
right?
see a lot of amateurs that are stuck on Windows 10, and that's why I tell you and Sean,
Amateurs?
you need to
Yeah.
learn more.
But put it this way, right? Windows 12, when Windows 12 is launched, they are giving people the option to bypass Windows 11. Right?
Hey, Uncle
Why would they
Bill.
do that? Because the uptake is so low. So pack it in. No.
Hey, Bill, how's it going?
It's fine, and Windows hasn't looked like a tablet since 8, so I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest with you. That was the problem with Windows 8, not 11. My 11 looks just like my 10 did, and I've been using Windows since 2.0. By the way, just to be clear, it worked perfectly fine for me. There's no weird things. I use multi monitors, my center, left, whatever. I didn't even notice that you can't drag it to the top because why the hell would you want it up there anyway? Whatever, if that's what you want.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going to do Windows 11 because my taskbar is at the bottom of the screen. That seems kind of
the ironic part of it is you can use. God, I can't even remember the name of it right now.
Classic shell.
Start something is the name of the company. Anyways, you can make the start menu. And
Yes,
change it
there
around
is.
to whatever.
But you're having to play around with third parties open source software. Yeah. And you have to get it from dodgy websites. Right?
No,
It's not what you want to do.
I use Classic Shell on 8. You don't need it on Windows 11. Windows 11, I got a Windows button. I click it, my apps pop up. programs. Let's call it programs because it seems to upset you that there's apps in here. But the programs, and if you want all kinds of other shit, you use your right button and you get this beautiful menu with power options and system. All the device managers right there. This works great. It really does.
All right.
And it looks
Well-
like a regular Windows desktop. And
Well, I
love-
use Windows
Don't get
10
me
with
wrong,
Classic
I
Shell,
had
and
10
it's still right. I use Windows 10 with Classic Shell, so it looks like Windows 7 or 8, right?
Well, then why
I
do you like
can-
10 so much if you have to use a third-party program to make it look
Because
like
because this program was actually created for this.
Why don't you
came
go
with
back to
Windows
7
8,
then? Stick
right?
with 7.
Well, no, because the support for that's ended, right? Like I said, eventually I'll have to make the move, but I'm going to bypass 11 and go to 12. And it's the same thing with Windows. Odd numbers are always poorly taken up. Crap, errors, glitches, whatever. Even numbers,
Yeah,
for some
but-
reason, always seem to go better.
It's fast.
And it's a
but-
well-known thing.
It's
But
fast.
I'm saying this is what I don't get what your argument is about glitches and stuff. I have had no issues with Windows 11.
Me either.
Well,
Even
they-
when
AZ
it first
Maybe
came
you're
out a
not doing the
couple of
same
years
things
ago.
with your computer that I am.
Well, I'm saying AZ, who is into network security and does his job every day, uses Windows 11. He hasn't had any issues either.
No,
Well, you
I
don't
mean,
know
a
what
couple- a
issues
couple of-
AZ
couple-
had,
couple of
but
years
I'm
ago,
assuming with
Oh,
AZ, he's quite an intelligent guy, and he would just literally know what to do,
I'll
right?
explain something.
I don't want to have to
Everybody
keep
hated
playing
Windows
in
10 when it-
registry.
Everybody
Hold
hated
on.
Windows 10 when it first came out too. You know, again, when it first came out, yes, there were problems and issues. Windows 10, same thing. Windows 7, all of them when they first came out, there was issues and problems, and he updated it until it became a rock. 7 became rock solid. 10 eventually became rock solid, and now 11 has. When was the last time you heard some? Oh, whatever, I don't know. It works just great.
I agree with you, Bill. I think there's no issues with it.
It works just great. And it's way more.
Well,
I think the hype around the hate train around Windows 11 is very hyped up.
It was.
And it's a hat.
Not so much.
Well, I still hear a lot of people like David out there. Oh, it sucks, and I'm like, why? It's like, have you ever?
'Cause I like my
tried it?
win- I'm
well,
in the no,
I
I'm
just
in the
don't see
Paul.
it.
Shut up a minute. I'm in the Paul Murray mode, right? I like things how I like them. I like it where I know what I'm doing, where things are. This is why we still use Windows Movie Maker. This is it, right?
Well,
You
then
can't
zip it
use
all,
Windows
man.
Movie Maker on Windows 11. That's all found out, right? Back it in.
Oh, so he's saying he feels older than you, Bill. You feel young now?
Everyone has their own personal preference.
Hey, Bill's older than you, and he's not set in his ways. Look, he's willing to update.
As I said, everyone has their own personal preference.
Well, don't pick on Bill's age, you know?
I'm not. I'm saying that's a compliment. Because Murray did say the other day that all these older guys in the community, they don't like doing that kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, there's still a lot of them out there that do. Bill keeps up with the latest
want-
stuff.
Yeah,
Steve
I don't judge
Carpenter
people.
keeps up with the
No,
latest stuff. Rod does.
right.
David
I don't
does.
judge people by their age, right? Everyone has their own personal preference. You like Windows 11? Bill likes Windows 11, right? Hot Rod probably likes Windows 11.
I like
I'm in
10. I like 10
love
as well.
I'm in love with
But-
Windows 11, David.
Yeah, I like to keep my Windows how I want it. It's perfect. Everything's where I know where it is.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing. I don't have to go through stupid menus. Click this, click that. Do this, do that. It's all there. Straight in control panel. Boom, done.
Brittany will be coming
Well,
with
David,
wine.
all you have to do is just admit the fact that as you're getting older, you don't like change.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got all those things. I just all right.
He has got all them things, but you have to go and find them instead of one click. It's the old classic Android problem, right? They create an app that works and to put more clicks in it, so you're touching your screen more, click, click, click. Yeah, they're moving things around and hiding things. Stop it, right? Less clicks, more easy access.
Hey, David. How about no clicks?
That'd be perfect if I could just go control panel and it'd just go bling.
Actually, I have a
Perfect.
control-
Copilot. That's coming with Copilot.
Actually, if you go into your command prompt, you can put a command in and make your all that stuff shortcuts like I have it. I have the command prompt as a shortcut.
Wait, so you've had
I
to
have
wait, so you've had to create a shortcut on your desktop
No,
to
I
get into something that already was on my desktop in the first place,
No,
and I
'cause
just
I
go click and it's
prefer to-
there.
I prefer to have it as a shortcut because I can just click it and go to it. I have the
Yeah.
control panel as a shortcut.
Yeah. Now I just go click control panel.
Anyways,
I don't have to
with,
create extra shortcuts. I don't have to have all this bloatware on my desktop.
with Copilot and the whole AI stuff. You're gonna control the OS with your voice instead of your clicks, anyways. So,
Right. Sorry, guys. Drone shot. Send me a copy of that Windows 1. I'm going back.
When does when does that supposed to hit the come
Windows
out?
1.2. Oh,
Copilot's out now.
One
You're gonna see
Copilot-
more. You're gonna
Yeah.
see more Copilot with the update later this year.
Yeah.
The
Windows 1 and 2,
the
we-
Windows 11 24 half 2 update will be deeply integrated with Copilot.
Windows 1 and 2 would work on a 286 computer. That was before the 386 chip came out. So it was a crappy GUI, but it worked. I don't understand what you're talking about. It's one click to get to my control panel in Windows 11. What are you talking about? I click on my Windows Start button and boom, go to settings. Here's my control panel. Windows Update, privacy.
Wait on.
You
it's one-
wanna know-
wait on. No. You
Listen.
just said it's one click, but you have to click the start menu, go to Windows.
Hey, David.
PC
No, just
settings,
click settings.
and then
and
you
it's
have
the
to click
control panel.
Hey,
right.
David.
Then you click settings, then you have to click control panel. How about I just click start control
No.
panel done?
Hey, David.
What part of the control panel are you
David?
trying to get to? Because
David?
that's all in the
Oh,
settings.
wait, hold on, hold on.
The
Hang on a
settings
second,
is the
guys.
control panel.
Hang on a second.
You
David.
wanker.
Push your Windows key and the I key.
Why?
Because that'll
Do
bring
it.
up your control.
Just do
panel.
it.
Windows and I, yeah.
Windows I. That brings up settings. There you go.
I have
What
settings
the-
that I have set. All I got to do is click it, and there's settings right there. It's
Well, no,
right
it
there.
actually it brought up invite people to join this meeting.
No.
Oh, that's because you were inside. That's because you were inside of. That's because you were inside of Zoom. So it did Windows I inside of Zoom apparently.
So by the time you've done that, I just click start
Start.
control panel. Done.
Well, in
Yeah,
Windows
yeah.
11, settings is the control panel.
Right.
And everything I
Effectively.
need to do is all there.
And it's all, so's mine. Home, system, Bluetooth devices, network, internet, personalization, apps, account.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but-
All right
but
there.
Okay.
Click.
the
Can you play-
fastest way to get there is Windows I. It'll pop it right up. That's
Yeah.
literally the fastest.
As long
There's
as you're
no
not live
clicking. There's literally no clicking involved. It's Windows I. You could type that in
Yeah,
a
it's just-
quarter of a second.
It's the same thing. The same thing comes up. It's the settings,
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
which is your control panel.
So that's
So
the shortcut. That's the shortcut. Just use that shortcut and don't worry about.
Joe
Where's
Fatello put it in the chat. He says, how much harder is it? One more click.
But it isn't one more
It's-
click. It's the same thing. David sits the start menu, hits control panel. We hit the start menu, we hit settings. It's the same thing.
You hit settings, and then that's not control panel because I can go into PC settings. Look, start.
No, your settings isn't the same as our settings.
No, you've got start, then you've got settings there. Look,
It's a different window. Look at what I don't see. I see in
and then you've got system, devices, phone, network, and internet. Right.
yeah,
Where if I go into control panel, right,
yeah,
pretty simple.
yeah.
I've got my administration tools, my ADA 64, autoplay, backup, BitLock encryption, color management, credential, date, time, all that stuff. All I know, everything I need. I don't need any more shit. Don't need
Pretty
any more
much,
clicks.
control panel has been
So-
obsoleted by the settings.
Yeah, I just brought up my control panel.
There's
and
more in it.
There's very
Nah.
few things that are
Couple
only
of
on
things.
control panel.
Let me see. Let me see if I hit right button over the. Yeah, all these things are here.
It's not a debate, Joe. We're correct. David's wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not a debate. It's an opinion, right? I think Justin stinks, but that's my opinion, right? And I also think Windows 11 stinks. That's my opinion.
I put deodorant on this morning, so bite me.
You know, David's a perfectly good example that most humans don't like change.
Yeah.
Is literally what it boils down to.
No, no, no.
That's change of it. That's change.
No,
From
they,
everything.
what they're trying to do is make Windows easier for the average everyday barely user. Whereas
Yeah.
people who actually know what they're doing can open
Yeah.
up and get to whatever they want to.
This is
We don't.
This will be
No,
the
I just
beauty of
rather have
Copilot.
all the messing around. Right, it's all done. Everything I
All the
need
messing
is there.
My hand is tired now after those extra 2 clicks. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, an extra 2 clicks is an extra 2 seconds of my time.
Okay, you know what I just did? From my control panel, I held the mouse down on the little icon next to the word control panel and dragged it to my desktop. Guess what? Now it's 1 click and I'm in my control panel. I'm better than you. You need 2.
No, because I've got it on my desktop as well.
I just said I put mine on my desktop, and
Yeah,
you were like,
but
I don't
you
put
had
stuff.
but you had to create a shortcut. In Windows 10, you don't have to create a shortcut, right? If I want to go into my C drive,
customize my
right,
Windows
I don't
10
have to
settings all
go
over.
click a menu button, drop down, piss around. I just click C drive, done.
Piss around.
And David, it doesn't really matter in the scheme of things. We won the war.
You didn't win the war. We just let you have the land. It was defunct.
You know, if the British hadn't invented Windows to begin with, we wouldn't be having these problems.
We didn't invent Windows.
Yeah, clearly.
That's why. If we had, it would work.
It works. You're on it. Are we all on Windows right now talking? Or I don't know. Maybe, who's got
I'm
Apple?
on Safari.
Anybody here in Apple?
It wasn't in. It wasn't
Joe's
in
on Safari.
I'm trying to remember. It wasn't NCR.
Well, Joe has an Apple, but he's.
I'm actually on Google.
I'm trying to remember who had the first graphical sort of UI.
And technically, everybody that we know has an Apple has issues streaming.
Yep.
You're right. I agree.
So you're using a program to make it look like Windows 7. You know, there's a third-party set program that you can use to put your taskbar up at the top of the screen in Windows 11, right?
It's a lot more messing around in registry and stuff.
No. There's
Right,
a third
just
party
so you're all
program
aware,
that you run
right?
and you tell them where you tell it where you want your taskbar.
No.
As simple as that.
No, you have to mess around with registry and all. I'll tell you
I'm
how
gonna-
I know this.
Once
I
again, I'm going
actually
to tell
installed-
you can do it that way, but
Yeah.
you don't have to do it that way.
I
There is
installed
a-
Windows 11. I did not like it. I went back to Windows 10 and I'm staying with Windows 10 until Windows 12 comes out. And then I'll test Windows 12. If I don't like that, I'll go back to Windows 10. Simple as that.
He'll hate Windows 12 even more.
more than likely. Oh my God.
That's hilarious. Well, I give David a lot of credit for being as argumentative as he is, because he has a point of view, and damn it, it's going to be.
Paul, but I'm in the same mode as you. Stop changing things. You're changing it for the sake of changing it. Leave it alone.
I understand.
Leave it alone. We
That's
know what we're doing. Leave it alone.
That's like Justin likes change. He likes Justin likes all the different technology.
Well, so does
I
Rod
never
and Bill.
used technology.
Well,
Bill likes all the new stuff. Right, Bill?
yeah,
Right.
Donald's here
Yeah,
now,
I
and
said
my
new
stream's about to start, so I'm going to go.
I'm saying new technology interests you still.
Because I know Donald's
I'm just
going to
saying-
start.
Oh, this is the one that I was thinking of.
David has to
Stardock.
go. David has to go load some coal into his coal chute to get his computer. His computer is coal powered, so he needs to get a new
That's what
fresh
you're right,
batch
it
of
is.
coal in there to
Yeah.
New
start
Hampshire.
his stream.
I don't have to unplug my computer to charge my electric car because I've got a coal-powered PC.
Little David Cratchit has to go ask Mr. Scrooge for an extra
David
piece
Cratchit.
of coal.
So, David, the application is called Stardock, and they're not. Some
Yeah, I've
dodgy-
seen it.
They're not some dodgy company, so you can
It-
change it around.
There's a lot of messing around with it.
And Justin, I'm on a Mac. Do I ever have problems streaming?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only when I'm on my phone. Only when I'm on my phone.
I was going to say, I can recall problem streaming in the past. I have.
Only on the phone.
Okay.
All right. Wait up. When you're actually on your Mac and you're moving files around, didn't you have to come off that to go on a tablet just so you could stay on the stream?
Oh, he did when he was rendering when you were downloading that 60 gigabytes of video. Remember?
Oh,
Or
when
whatever
I
it
was
was.
moving stuff over the same bus, that problem's taken care of.
You don't
'cause
have that.
I
Yeah,
was
we don't
going
have
through the
that
same-
problem with Windows.
Sure, you do. If you're shoving everything through the same bus, if you're shoving two monitors and a RAID through the same.
Yeah, but we don't have that problem. We have more USB ports and stuff. We can.
Oh,
do
I did.
more.
I just didn't have more cables, so it's not the computer.
That's part of what Thunderport.
No, it was all going through the
Oh,
same
fuck.
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, the Thunderbolt.
Yeah,
That's
I was
part of
running
it.
it.
And Thunderbolt 5 supports even more devices.
Yeah, I was running it all through the same Thunderbolt, and I had
Yeah,
to get
probably still
go
not
buy an
advised.
adapter to.
Yeah.
So now that I've got put to the second Thunderbolt port in the back, I'm good.
Yeah.
I like the name Thunderport better.
Yeah,
Thunderport's pretty good.
sorry.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
always mispraise it.
Thunderport. Occasionally I have a Thunderport. Depends how much like dairy products I had the night before. My Thunderport is a little worn out today. A little burny. Hey, you know what, Don? Your hair looks fabulous. That's the neatest I've ever seen your hair combed. Look at that. You almost look like a Ginzo. Look at that. Yeah.
Now he just needs a leather jacket and he'll look like a greaser.
Do.
And I'll be one of the first people on the planet on Windows 12 when it releases.
No, I really did like it before. Now you just
Because we always get pushed onto it about 2 weeks before
trying to be like me.
releases.
Hair is just a hat, Bill.
Yeah, it's just that. Yeah.
And bald people are just taller than their hair.
Bald people have their brains that keep growing. See, they come up through the hair.
So, but the thing with, David, back to the Windows thing, I totally understand how he feels because I did that every new iteration of Windows myself. I stayed with 7 until I just couldn't stay with it anymore. And then I went to that 10, that buggy, pain in the ass, terrible fucking 10. And then after a while, of course, 10 got better and better and better. And then I customized it to the way I wanted it. And I even had PowerShell for a while. And it was like, so I'm not PowerShell, but what do you call it?
Classic shell.
Yeah. So I knew what he's talking about. The gray bar, everything looked just like 7. And then I dumped that and I moved on because 10 became rock solid. It became probably one of the best since since Windows NT.
You see the same thing.
I did to you. I did the same with you. I did Windows 7. I waited till Windows 8 was fully bug free when it became Windows 8.1. Jumped over to that. Waited for the people to beta test Windows 10. Moved over to that. I waited for Windows 11 to be beta tested. It's a pile of crap. Nobody likes it. Everyone's saying don't use it. So I'm moving over to Windows 12 when that's been beta tested. This is why Windows gave us an extra 2 years of Windows 10. They know Windows 11 sucks, and they're going to move on very quickly.
But I think we can all agree.
I have zero problems with I literally zero problems with Windows 11.
I think we can all agree that Apple 9.6 was really stable back in the 90s.
Yeah. So, David,
it was a great.
Well, we could, but
it's a great OS.
None of us ever use it.
You want some interesting insight, David, on that? Because I don't know whether you know it or not, but I actually work at Microsoft. Part of the reason for the adjustment is we went back onto a 3-year cycle for major OS upgrades. So once they made that choice, they added time to Windows 10 because of when they knew Windows 12 was coming. So that was one of the main.
Well, if you work for
drivers of
Microsoft, right, go back to them and say, "Excuse me, you lying bastards. When you launched Windows 10, you said it was the last ever Windows operating system we would ever need." Yeah. And then they brought out Windows 11. What the hell's going on?
Hey, David, I have an honest question for you. What does any of that really matter? What does it matter if I call it
a lot.
Windows 10, 11, call it Windows David or whatever? It's just a piece of software that's newer. The version and what it's called really doesn't matter much. The only thing that really matters about any of that is supportability and how long they're going to support that platform. That's literally what it boils down to. Anything else?
He still
is
said
pretty
Windows 10 was
meaningless.
the last ever Windows, and it
Yeah,
was
I
going to be
know.
supported
That's-
for
I
life.
know.
That's marketing.
Yeah, that's marketing.
That's
Exactly.
misleading over here. You get done for that over here.
Oh, come on. Business
Right.
plans
And
change
on
all
that
the
note,
time.
I'm out of here because my live stream going.
David's going live.
David's going
I will.
live.
The only
Oh, have
thing I don't
fun,
like
David.
about Windows 11 is lack of support for older hardware. That's it.
You know,
Because
here's the
because of the
interest-
trusted platform module and 2.0
right,
necessity,
TPM
you know.
2.0 is a requirement.
All right. Yeah, we'll catch you all later. Have a good
Okay.
stream. Bye.
And actually, in this next patch, so Windows 11 24.2, I
Yeah.
just read the article. There's a processor command that you're going to have, but the last hardware that didn't have it was like from Intel was like 2006.
Wow.
So all of you got like a really old machine running around, will you not be able to run Windows?
I have a
11
Microsoft
24.2?
Go, you know, one of the original Goes, and I can't put 11 on that because
Guys,
it doesn't have a TPM. Huh?
I think my headphones stopped working or something. The volume went down like by 60% when David left.
That's a Windows 10. It has a volume control problem.
So here's an interesting story because obviously you've been around a while, Bill.
A couple minutes.
It's basically when
Not as long as this guy, but
yeah, but you know, when Vista and 8 and them came out, you remember how many people were going, "Oh, but I love my Windows XP," right? You
Yeah.
saw this love affair with Windows XP.
What?
Do you remember what people thought of XP before Service Pack 2?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They hated it.
Yeah.
It was buggy. It crashed. It did it. People.
No, that's exactly. I forgot about that. You're exactly right. Service Pack 2.
People
Totally
forgot,
changed.
and here's what happened. That was the major difference.
What's up, Ken?
Keep in mind hackers and security problems and everything else, right? Bill Gates literally stopped all development at Microsoft and put every freaking developer through security training. And then we worked on Service Pack 2 for XP after they all got through it. So that was a completely. So what people seem to remember fondly is post Service Pack 2. They don't seem
Absolutely.
to remember the issues pre Service Pack 2.
Right. The original Windows 98 had issues, and then SE came out, and that took care of a lot of that. I mean, it just sometimes it takes a little time.
People
That's what happens when you have an operating system that spans hardware that's made by everybody versus
Yeah.
an operating system like Apple that's made specifically for their hardware because
They don't have to support as many devices.
exactly.
Same with Android. Yeah. You got tons of different phones for Android versus Apple. We'll have like 5 or 6 phones, and that's it.
Yeah, 5 or 6
It's
phones
hard.
all made in China.
India now. They moved to
Mhm.
India finally.
What, the whole
Half-
thing? All of them?
Yeah.
Half of
Yeah,
Apple.
No, half
yeah, they
Apple.
moved most of it.
They're still producing phones in China.
They're
I think
slowly
just for
moving
the
it.
Asian market though.
It's 50% right at the moment.
Oh,
But I think their plan is to leave China altogether, though, because the manufacturing cost is cheaper now in India.
No, it's also the whole.
Well, not to mention they extorted Apple for what was it, $400 or $500 million and pissed Apple off.
Yeah,
The Chinese government did.
China's a weird country to do business in.
They pretty much told them if they didn't give them so much money, they were going to cut them off out of there. Which Apple
I
paid.
just say there's a lot of tech that is moving out. There's a lot of non-tech that are moving out too.
Mexico's actually taking a lot of manufacturing stuff now.
But a lot of the tech stuff, you're right. Some of it's gone to India. Some of it is going to Malaysia. They're building chip plants in Malaysia as well. A little bit of it has gone to the Philippines.
What?
Clothing a lot of the clothing crap it has been slowly moving out of China and has gone to Vietnam. Vietnam has stolen a bunch of
Oh,
But
yeah.
Indonesia was
from
picking up a
bunch of-
lot of work.
Indonesia was picking it up, and the other one that's on this side of the planet that is heavily involved in clothing is Colombia.
Right,
There are a
okay,
bunch
well,
of
guys,
clothing manufacturers.
All right,
down in
Rob, we'll see you
Colombia.
later.
See you, Rob.
Hey,
So,
Rob.
anyways, yeah, China's problems are only going to get worse because all the companies after COVID are really looking at, okay, we got to diversify. We can't count on just
You would think
doing
Malaysia would be
everything
in a
at
good
one-
position to take a lot of the chip market. They're still one of the bigger chip producing countries in the world, aren't they?
Who?
I mean, Malaysia. I mean, a lot of the Intel chips back in the Pentium days were made in Malaysia. I had Malaysia,
Yeah.
chips, so can't all come from Taiwan, especially soon. I'm trying to take
Yeah, well, that chip thing is gonna. That problem is slowly gonna be fixed.
well, South Korea, I think is going to be part of that.
Sure, Samsung already builds a bunch
Absolutely.
of crap.
Maybe Silicon
Plus-
Valley will start producing silicon again.
Well, plus, I think they're building a chip plant in Arizona, and I think they
Yeah,
were talking about
they're
building one
already
here
there.
too.
They're
Florida,
already there.
too.
They're building more fabs in Arizona.
I think
TSMC.
wasn't
is-
Florida supposed to get one too?
No, Ohio. Intel's
Okay, and I know there was two.
No,
of
no,
them.
Florida was potato chips.
Intel's spending $20 billion to build chip manufacturing in Ohio.
Yeah, because I remember there was two of them that were supposed to for sure be going up, and I know Arizona was one of them.
Yep, TSMC's having problems bringing that plant online. You want to know what part of the problem is?
What?
And don't take this personal, but part of their challenge that they're having in the US is a bit of cultural, that US workers aren't really willing to work overtime and do what's necessary. So they've literally had to bring in some of their people from Taiwan to work on this shit because the Americans won't work. The Americans won't work hard enough, and they're seriously worried about how they're going to be able to keep the thing running with the way things work here and the work ethic difference between here and there. And they're not wrong. They're 100% right.
How you been, Sam? Ain't seen much of you around lately.
So you want to know why we're getting our asses kicked? Because they're willing to work harder than we are, and it used to be the other way around. America used to be known for the work hard.
If Taiwan
factory
was
workers
smart,
and-
they'd start moving their chip manufacturing off that fucking island. That way, if China
They
decides
are,
to
that's
come over there
TSM.
and take it,
That's TSMC. They're the ones building the stuff.
that's what I'm saying. And that way, if China comes over there and tries to take that island, all those people ahead of those companies can just take off.
Yeah,
boom,
but
and their
technic-
companies are.
Yeah.
It would put their companies still in a viable processing. What do you want to say? Like they'd still be able to
Still in-
manufacture
stay in
trips.
Manufacture, yeah.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have to worry about China really getting anything off that island if they ever do. I mean, I don't know. China seems
I
to
don't
be a
know.
lot of talk.
I think over time the Chinese taking over Taiwan problem, I think gets less and less. The what's going on over there right now, I've been waiting for this to cave in. And ironically, it's kind of happening here in the US too, just not nearly as bad. But several years ago, long before COVID, they had more than 8 years worth of business real estate that was not filled and still building more buildings for all of that crap. Now it's even worse. All the local governments that have continued to fund that building, which is how they were getting their GDP, are now in debt up to their eyeballs, and there's no growth because of diversification. Companies are slowly moving out, so there's even less people to fill that stuff. And their population is now starting to drop as well. because of the whole aging thing. So yeah, they have their own internal challenges, severe internal challenges that I think are gonna, I think are going to inhibit their ability to go do anything with Taiwan.
China's aging population is going to be about the population of the whole U.S. here in about 10 years. They're going to all start hitting around Murray's age, around in their
It won't be quite
70s and
that
stuff.
bad.
They're estimating 300 to 400 million are going to hit that age in the next
Aging
10,
wise,
15 years.
not necessarily death wise, but yeah, their population is
aging.
going to drop.
Like they're almost a third of their population is going to be in their 70s here in the next 10 years or so.
And that whole one child thing has really hurt them.
Look how bad Russia's doing. Russia's like in the negative when it comes to repopulation. They're just not having kids at all over there. Like the younger population over there has like they're all kind of on this thing about having kids.
And the war forced all the smart people to leave. They've had a massive brain drain.
Like a new Operation Paperclip. Was that what the operation was called back in the day? Paperclip? Where they went around and took all the German scientists.
Yeah, after World War II. Yeah.
You know, I thought my shirt felt uncomfortable. Notice that that big logo isn't on the front anymore.
Oh, you got it on backwards. I didn't even notice that.
I don't remember the shirt being this tight. It was like choking me because it was on backwards.
I had a couple of shirts where they misprinted them and they put the big logo on the front and the little one on the back.
Hey, Bill, it helps if you open your eyes when you put your clothes on.
I was half awake when I went on this morning on Johnny's show. You know, I wasn't even going to. He sent me the link directly. He doesn't usually do that. It's like, oh, I guess I should go on. And, but anyway. But now, what do I see, Justin?
It's raining in your location now. If I'm looking at the radar thing.
Oh yeah, it's been raining. It's been raining all day. Yeah, it's terrible out there.
It's gonna rain all day.
Yeah, I should take advantage of it, like I said, and go.
The 500 is not running today. That's for sure.
I got the two carbs out of the motorcycle sitting on a table, and I should just go get it ready to put in, and then Tuesday, when it's nice out, I'll.
You know who's happy about the rain around here?
Because I got to wheel the bike back into the garage now.
You know who's happy about the rain around here? All the hotels and restaurants, because all those people are in town for one extra day.
I got Dusty.
Yep.
The nation full of guys with blue balls.
The businesses around here are quite happy about the rain. Delayed it till Tuesday. That'd give them 2 extra days.
No, I was looking at that storm and that thing is moving so slow over us.
Yeah, it is.
Like yesterday, it was like dark in my area. Like it felt like it was like the evening the whole day. And that's the way it feels like today too.
It's supposed to rain until tomorrow morning. It's not going to quit until about noon.
Well, I was looking at it on the radar, and even by 2 o'clock, it's still well over us. Like it hasn't even.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's going to be there. And the only part that might be where if it stays on its current course, then we should get out of it when we get into that little U shape of the storm. My area, at least. But if it goes any farther south, then we're going to be in the rest of it. But it looks like it's just kind of going in a straight line. It doesn't look like it's shifting much. So
it's just rain, right? This isn't some kind of
No. It's just rain.
Oh,
it's
okay. You guys are making a
big wall of rain.
I mean, this thing does say that there's going to be heavy winds.
It's like here, it's probably
let me see
10 mile an hour breeze outside right now.
Good news. Next week's going to be really
bad.
nice, Bill. It's not going to rain until Friday. So the rest of the week. Next weekend looks gorgeous.
By you?
So this entire week, other than Friday, is mostly sunny. It's going to be a gorgeous week.
Yeah, no, we got rain, and then
I'm dead center in it right now.
It said heavy winds. Now it's not saying it.
Yeah, we're gonna get a good week this week. I can't wait. I'll be flying every day but Wednesday.
UAV forecast cannot be right at the moment. UAV forecast says current conditions are 6 mile an hour with 16 mile an hour gusts.
That's covering the whole fucking state right now, and I'm dead center in it.
And I'm looking at the top of 40-foot tall palm trees, and They're literally not moving. There's not even a 6-mile-an-hour wind at the moment. Around
Like I said,
Minewood.
if it stays on its current course, we should be out of it right here. But if it goes any farther north, then we'll be in this section here. At least my area, because it was heading right towards there.
It's drifting straight east. for the most
Well,
part.
I'm in that dark section, I guess, there.
Like Bill will be in all this, but if I'll be out of it probably before Bill will
I
be. If it
guess.
stays on its current course. You'll
Anyways,
tell.
it won't start getting better until tomorrow afternoon. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
That's 58 right here. It's actually nice outside, even though it's cloudy and rainy. It feels
Let's
good
see
outside right now.
here. We're at 59 at the moment.
Or 58, so around the same.
Yeah.
Well, it's 60 feels like 58, so
It's 66 here.
39.
that's about right because it gets cooler or a little warmer the farther down you go. So
Yeah, usually. Not always, but usually. Gets
Hey, Justin, guess what I had for breakfast?
what?
A slice of king cake.
That was birthday. Did you use it as an excuse to eat that piece?
That's good. I use the excuse because it's the wedding today. It was pre-wedding cake. I've eaten half of that bitch,
Joe's son is tying the knot for the second time today.
but to the same person.
They're having a re-wedding ceremony.
Yeah, this is what I can't wait to see. Hold on.
See what my
Oh, this is a renewing vows type wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not a real wedding.
Well, this
no,
is
you're
what I
not
can't wait
redoing
to see.
paperwork.
When
East
he-
Coast
when he
shows- is
gives her
Bill
that-
not straight across from me in Port Charlotte?
He bought her a
Oh,
new
that one.
ring.
I don't know.
Yeah, she doesn't have a clue. So I can't wait for him to hand her that ring.
I'm in Port St. Lucie, so map that.
Hopefully she doesn't watch YouTube, or you
No,
just
she
gave the
doesn't.
secret away.
No, she don't. So when he gives her that, my job is to make sure I get the video. So I have my action cam, and we were setting up and everything, and I'm gonna be opposite her face. And I'm gonna talk to the photographer, and I'm already find out where she's gonna be, because I've already told the venue that when they get ready to do the ceremony part with the rings exchange, I will be a photographer. I will be moving.
I don't know, Bill. Dusty had a question. Is Bill not straight across from me in Port Charlotte?
Kinda. I mean, I am. I'm a little north of him. Like he's like almost straight across from Jupiter.
Okay,
Well,
so he's about 2 hours from me, then 2.5.
But Char-
roughly,
I mean,
somewhere.
Jupiter's a little south of him, and I'm a little north of him. So
Joe, did the insurance company come and
Little
pick
bit.
up that flooded out car?
pretty much straight
Oh
across.
yeah, that's been going.
Okay.
Paid for and everything. And she lost about $2,000 in the deal.
Doesn't owe nothing on it though, right?
About $2,000.
Oh, so they paid up till okay, so she still has to pay $2,000 on it.
Yeah, she didn't have Gap. She had everything but Gap on that stupid thing.
Oh, you gotta have
I
that.
actually think the insurance company is going to write it off. because she was $2,000 behind on it. So I think they figured out, well, they ain't getting this. I think they're just going to write it off on her. But they do have some good news. I don't have to bring her, and she did not bring her mama this morning. One of the guys that's friends with them, Ryan, that's going to the wedding, is going to pick her up at 4 o'clock and just take her. Ryan may be able to calm her down. So that'd be a better thing.
70 across.
So we'll have a wedding and nobody gets slapped today.
I fucking hate I-4.
Oh, I hate I-4. 895
I-4
too.
sucks too.
Yeah,
95
I-4.
sucks.
I-4 is horrid.
Especially going through Orlando.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it. That's why when I had my work truck, I used to get on that what was it, that little 2-lane road. You could take the tolls next to I-4.
Now you can go 429
the
to
express
go
lane.
around Orlando.
Oh, dude, the express lane was nice on I-4 going through Orlando, especially when I was in the work truck and I didn't have to pay for the
Oh
tolls.
yeah.
That express lane stays at a nice, 60 constantly, and everybody else will be stopped, crammed up in traffic next to you. You're just cruising along.
Place it here is playing in a poker tournament today.
Oh yeah. Ken's been playing lots of poker stuff lately.
Yeah, a lot of tolls in Orlando for sure.
I hope we don't have a poker tournament at the South Florida Joan meetup because Ken's gonna probably clean house.
Well, it sounds like something that Bill ought to do at his establishment. There would be to have a South Florida meetup poker tournament.
I don't even know what the legalities would be to host something like that.
It's not legal. We serve alcohol. You can't do it here.
Oh, you can't.
Nope. Nope, not unless it's strictly for charity and nobody went home with any money. So they have pokers. A casino can do it. A licensed casino can do it.
Yeah.
But a regular bar, restaurant, you're not supposed to. It's illegal. The liquor control board will shut you down.
Here in Daytona, they have a racing / card club that do events. So I presume
Wouldn't
they
you
don't
think,
serve
though, that
alcohol
the
there.
state of Florida would cash in on the ability to grant like a 1 or 2 day permit to an establishment to do that?
You have to
They'd have to get-
remember
they
who
could get some
controls
big
the
money.
gambling. You have to
Uh-huh.
remember who controls the gambling in Florida.
Exactly.
The
Right now,
the Seminole tribe, and they don't want no competition. And they
no, in fact,
will-
it took forever for them to they just started off track betting or so I don't know, some kind of online gambling just
I don't
became
know,
legal.
there's-
They've been advertising.
Oh,
it.
so it's
just
controlled
one
by the
little part of
natives?
it.
There's
Yeah.
a saying over here in Oklahoma: "Don't fuck around with the Indians."
The Indians control the casinos in a lot of states.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
They're the only ones that can legally do it because the federal government can't tell them you can't do it because it's technically not federal government property.
And since it's run that way, then the government gets their cut. Whereas if it was in a bar, all you're going to get is a permit. You're not going to get any. You're not going to get any cut of the take. But yeah, they've been advertising some kind of gambling is legal in Florida now. It's been ads like every day on the television. I don't pay attention because I don't really.
It's like
care.
like the slot and poker machines at bars. They can have them as long as it's for entertainment only.
Well,
right?
no. Here's what they did because we had them, and it had to be a game of skill. Couldn't be a game of chance. So it had to allegedly be skill, and you couldn't directly win money. You had to win prizes.
Mm.
So it's just like an episode of what that comedy show where you would win a bunny and you say, "Hey, I want to sell you this bunny for $50." I think you'd get your money. You'd buy the bunny back from you. But anyway, you had to get prizes, and for what
Young
places were
Sheldon.
getting away with actually doing gift cards
Oh.
because they're not money technically. Even
There's
though they
a
are.
pool shark named Jack White, and he was taken into court for gambling for betting on pool, and he made the argument that it was not a game of chance; it was a
Right.
game of skill.
Right.
And he won. And he carried the clipping or the judgment in his wallet for the rest of his life because it's not gambling.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh my God. How many people have bet on a pool game? My entire lifetime. Of any place that had a pool table, somebody was probably betting on a game.
But that whole thing where people getting gift cards, they slam down at that eventually too. I don't know. We have them in town. I don't know how they operate now. I don't know what they're doing. But that's what the guys that own this isn't in the place I'm in now. The bowling center I was in before. We had it in the bar. We had them in the bar. We made a lot of money from those things too, by the way. But they won gift cards when you got to a certain level, and that's how they got away with it. That's all. But I don't.
And actually, I ran into a really dumb pool shark once. It was up in Michigan, northern Michigan. No, not northern Michigan, upper Michigan. Went to a bar. It was we were off for the weekend. Went to a bar, played this guy at pool. He freaking ran the table, right? He literally I shoot and miss, and then
Well, how hard is that?
And
They're
then
only
he
They're only
and
8
then
feet
he
long.
yeah. Then he runs the table, and then he turns around and goes, "Hey, you want to bet?" I'm like, dude, if you're trying to do this shit, shouldn't you like lose the
Yeah,
first
be
game
shitty the
and
first
then-
time.
and then try to bet? Don't
Yeah.
run the table and then go,
Yeah,
"Hey, do you
don't
want
run
to
the
bet?"
table. No way.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there thinking and going, "Fucking stupid, are you?" Apparently, pretty stupid.
Well, not a shark, I guess. More of a player.
Yeah,
Good at pool, just not.
not
Good at
maybe
hustling.
not the brightest light bulb upstairs.
Well, you know what? That's also how you get killed too. You fake like you're bad, then you run the table when there's money on the table. You know, you're gonna get the
Yeah.
hell beat out of
That's
you.
how Paul Newman got his fingers broken.
He did.
But
In
if
the
you're
movie
that
The
good, you
Hustler.
can make it look like you're not that good and still win. You have to use your head.
Yeah, it was in the movie The Hustler.
Oh, the hustler. Okay. I thought it was in real life.
I wonder how many Fats Domino played in.
Minnesota Fats.
Minnesota.
Minnesota
Yeah,
Fats.
Minnesota
Fats
Fats.
Fats
Domino.
Domino sang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since the plane crash, he hasn't played very much.
I paused for a good long time waiting for Bill to jump in on that. He did.
I
so
was
like,
gonna.
can't-
Fats Domino.
I knew he was from
can't-
Minnesota. Yeah.
That was the wrong fats.
There we
He
go.
was from
Yeah.
Blueberry.
I don't
Hill.
know. I don't know.
Blueberry Hill.
Blueberry
Minnesota.
Hill in Minnesota, right?
God, that guy. I remember when I first
All right.
started seeing pool tournaments on TV.
Oh yeah,
Jesus,
the Fats
that guy
Domino
was
chubby
good.
checker game was amazing.
Yeah, Fats Domino lived on right off of St. Claude Avenue, right down here in the lower 9th Ward, right in the middle of the worst neighborhood in the world. He's got a beautiful house that was down there, and he'd come out, sit out there, and talk to everybody. Just the lower 9th Ward.
How many
My-
pool guys
my-
have come out of New Orleans?
Do you guys remember my friend? Well, maybe you weren't there, all of you, but Don, I think you might have been there. Maybe Justin was there. Maybe Joe was there. My friend Greg from
Yeah.
Pennsylvania that came on. He
Mhm.
just messaged me. Is 180 a good price on a DJI Mini 4 new?
Yeah.
180. I'll buy it.
Probably a scam.
Sounds
Yeah.
stolen
that-
to me.
Oh wait, hold on. Is it you said a DJI Mini 4?
Yeah.
Is it a Mini
Oh,
4
good.
Pro? No one out.
I was gonna say Jonathan's
There is
got
no
that
Mini
Mini
4
3 for
thing.
sale.
It's only Mini.
The Mini
4.
3 Pro for
Pro.
sale.
Mini
For 150.
$150. Yeah, it's what.
Yeah.
Damn, Deb better check it out.
Well, you
though.
know what? Here's the thing. He wrote DJ Mini 4. Maybe it's some off brand. It's actually a
Hey.
Yeah, that could
DJ
be.
Mini
Bill.
4.
Jonathan's got a DJI Mini 3 Pro for sale. If he's interested, maybe Jonathan will do something with that.
Well, I don't even know that he's that interested. He's a wheeler and dealer and used crap that he never uses. You know what I mean? He's got
Maybe he's trying to buy it to
properties
flip
just
it.
full of stuff that he traded for
Yeah.
because he thought it was a good deal, and then he ends up never selling it. It sits there forever. He's a hoarder from way
Tell,
back.
tell them put a link in the chat. We can see what it is.
No, I
Oh,
said
I'll get a
sounds
link.
stolen. Sounds stolen to me.
Either
see
that
this-
or it's a replacement drone and it's no battery, no controller, no anything.
Still,
Or it's a-
So here's
Or it's a
here's the
Temu drone.
most important thing about that. The most important thing with DJI. Hell, Ken placed a hair into it when he bought that used drone from Best
Is it
Buy.
unbinded?
Is it unbound from whoever's account? 'Cause
Whoever
you
they
can
are.
buy that thing and
He just wrote
literally
back,
not be able to use it.
said new unregistered. I don't
Kimu.
know.
Well, yeah. Wasn't
No,
there
it's
like
probably
an
stolen. It's probably
Inspire
stolen. You don't know
kind
the
of thing?
people he hangs out with.
Is that an eBay or is it listed somewhere?
Yeah, it
Does
might
it
be
say where
stolen.
it's at?
No, somebody probably offered it to him as payment for something he did. Hold on.
Hmm. Sounds fishy.
I mean, just for
Yeah.
a DJI,
You think?
look, just for a DJI Mini 3 Pro replacement is
You're looking at
$600.
Tell him to take it, and I'll
$600-700.
yeah, tell him to take it, and I'll give him 3 for it.
I'll
If
give
it
him
really is
I'll give him
unregistered.
350 for it. No,
But look at this. I mean, just for a DJI Mini 3 Pro replacement, you're looking at 600. So, yeah, that seems like way too good of a deal. Oh,
watch
oh,
this.
fuck's
You
sake,
just
I
gotta
thought-
take. You don't need no more food. No, you don't. No.
Joe's got these
Telling me.
dogs. Bill, you probably have the same thing. They talk to them.
Joe, my cats are weird. So they have food bowls in the house and they have food in it. And they'll sit out here on my lanai and look in and then meow at me. Like meow. And I'm like, hey, you got food in your bowl. Meow.
Well, that's what Joe's dog does. He comes over and starts doing a little yippee yippee at him.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
here's the difference. So I have this little, well, it's like a
Oh, get the
plastic
hell
bowl
out of here.
that used to have-
Flymore battery? Now he's saying it's a Flymore.
Yeah.
So anyways, I have this little jar that I used to have snacks and I used to feed them the snacks on a table that's out here on my lanai. So long time ago, I quit feeding them the snacks. I just gave them their regular food. So now they meow. So I have to take that thing out and I put the food on the table and it's the exact same food that's in their bowl, but they want to eat it off the table sitting outside. So they sit there and they
There's
meow at
Joe
me
and his buddy.
until I give them their food.
Rod's
she
kind
look
of
like she
fancy
needs
like
another
Tim.
treat.
The Ladai veranda.
She
Oh,
don't need
that's a
another
cutie.
treat.
That's a cutie.
This is Cleopatra. You see all them people?
Because I'm happy now. You're holding me.
And she don't need another treat. She won't
Oh,
even jump
that-
on the futon now.
Is that the one that was having the seizures?
No.
Oh, okay.
Look, he's sitting over there 48 hours. I'm telling you.
No seizure. Good job.
No, 48
That's
hours.
it. I guess that hip oil's working good for him.
And now he just says, I think I'm gonna go get something out of my bowl. And then I got high.
Yeah, I like that short
I'll
you
get
did.
that ball and play with you. But then I got high.
That's funny.
And that short got 1,400 views, I think.
Well, that's not bad.
I was gonna eat my food, but then I got high.
But then I got high. Yeah, it's
I
I've
was
got the
gonna
dose
get
to
my
about an 8-hour
toilet chew.
dose.
But then I got
And he's acting more normal than he's ever in a couple of weeks.
I'm gonna sit and lick my wiener too, and I know why.
Because I'm a Pomeranian dog, and that's why.
At least
You
it's
don't
not-
need a treat right now.
Poms pretend to be noisy, but there's a noisier breed, and that's the Yorkies. Oh my God, Yorkies are so bloody yippy.
Bill, what
The-
kind of dogs do you have?
It's a
Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu.
Tim's good. Tim went and looked at those cats yesterday. Tim's getting a cat.
Shih Tzus are freaking great. I've had them for a long time.
sweet,
Why,
sweet
man?
animals. Really, 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 really good pets.
But
Very
look at
good
this
pets.
face. Who needs
Yeah,
mistletoe
yeah.
with a face like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Bill, what did you think of Donald's debut yesterday for for Chippendales?
See them people? You see you on TV?
Yeah, I saw that. It was disturbing.
Nice.
What was disturbing about it?
I think he was actually proud of himself.
I'm
Yeah,
not ashamed.
He's not ashamed. He says that. What was your statement about it? For being 50 years old, whatever?
For a 54-year-old ass, I thought it moved pretty good.
Oh my God. And it's even got the RC2 controller.
Nolan.
For how much?
$180.
180.
That
Yeah.
could start a
Buy
house
it
fire. It's
now.
so hot.
Go get it quick.
That's right. Buy it now.
It's so hot it could start a house fire.
Of course,
Shoot,
what we don't know if it's in an ad, it could say
I
100.
mean,
$180 shipping.
I mean, every great once in a while in life, you will run across a good deal like that, but it's very rare.
Oh, it's on
Very
it's
rare.
it's on, oh, it is on the market. It's on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a scam.
hell no.
That's a scam.
New
Yeah.
drone, unused, not activated, comes with like. Yeah, you want to see it?
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
scam.
hear it.
Hold on.
That's definitely a scam.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
absolutely. How the hell do you? Oh, here it is. Share screen. La la la. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's out of the box, so it
It's
may
a
not be
and it's a-
unbound from the account either.
It's a Pro. Look at it, DJI Mini 4 Pro.
Yeah, because there is no Mini 4. There's only the
Right.
4 Pros.
Well, he said 4, so I don't know. I don't.
It says
Uh,
a
Mini
new
4
one.
Pro
Is shipping
says
like
new.
$300?
in stock.
What?
Click,
In
click
stock,
click on
huh?
the seller. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got 13 friends.
Oh, yeah, hold on, click on her because she looked a little.
DJ RC2, 4 props, Pro. Okay.
Do a reverse
Yeah, this
image
is
search.
$959 normally.
Do a reverse image search on Google on that profile pic. There's probably 100 profiles with that picture.
I just told him scam. I mean, obviously it's a scam. Yeah, let's click on her profile. Let's go there. Judy Sank. Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
look at
yeah,
her.
oh, yeah, right.
And her little Skippy Castanacci.
Right, but this picture is a guy from the back.
That's her
Mhm.
boyfriend. Oh, look at all the listings.
Look at this. $250 for a 2000 Apollo 4-wheel.
Oh, look at that DJI Mini 3 Pro for 150. Oh,
Yeah.
they're full of
No.
shit.
No, this is a scam. These are
2000
scams.
Apollo
Well,
4-wheeler,
they're either-
125 cc.
scams or stolen or both.
Yeah, it could be stolen. Click the right arrow and let's see the different pictures.
I'm sorry, what now?
Click the right
Yes.
arrow in the picture and it'll show us all the different pictures they've got posted.
Yeah, because either you're not going to get, either it's stolen and you're going to get scammed, or you're going to get some cheap $20 fucking drone
Right.
from Timu that's taking the world by storm.
What's in the box on the right hand corner at the bottom was like comments or something.
Yeah, joined Facebook in 2023. I bet it was around December or November. What you want to bet?
Well, why does it say new drone unused, not activated, come with like new accessories?
The plastic's not on it. I wouldn't trust.
You know, like new accessories, but it's a new drone.
Yeah, well, the
I
obviously
wonder-
used.
I wonder if you bought it now.
Oh, it does say used like new.
If you bought it, here's a question I have for you guys. I've had good luck with PayPal. If you bought it and paid for it through PayPal, would PayPal guarantee it or no?
I don't know.
No, yeah, but people have found loopholes around PayPal's own policies.
Ships
You
for
still have to be
$3. Look at that.
careful.
What a bargain.
Yeah.
She'll not send it to you for $3.
Well, what's the car down there for $700?
Huh?
Today's picks. There's a car for $700.
In Vero Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably doesn't have a motor or transmission.
What a piece of crap this is. Let me see here. I can't see it. 185,000. So what? It's a Nissan. Automatic exterior. This vehicle's paid off. Yeah, I'd imagine so. 2011. It's 13 years old.
Yeah, but it looks damn good. And a Florida car always does look good. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was owned by Florida man.
Hey, for $700?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to hear it run.
One owner.
Yeah. Is that what it says?
Yep. And if you look at the map, you pay up a little bit and you can look at the map, we see exactly where it is.
Yeah, you know what? Look at this. Listed 34 weeks ago.
That's gone. It's gone.
If it's not gone, there's something severely wrong with this car, or he's a scam.
Or they didn't remove the listing, one of the two.
Yeah.
Well, you Facebook usually after a couple weeks it makes you renew the listing. So, well, they probably either that or they've scammed a shit ton of people already.
Yeah. You open up the door, and I mean, the smell's going to hit you from the dead body that was in there for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
For $1,000, we can look at this. We can go to all kinds of drone meetups in this thing.
That looked like a party bus right there.
yeah. Look at the fucking.
I'll go
awning
and
on the
have
side of
I'll go
it.
and have these with you, Bill.
Got a shower. It's got a porcelain toilet.
It comes with
Wow.
a free roll of toilet paper already. That's the biggest selling point.
Well, this is
Hey, Bill.
interesting. Why is the bathroom tile in the hallway?
Halvesies. We'll go and halvesies.
Because the bathroom is right next to there. See how looking down that hallway, there's the shower and everything.
So what does the water run out of the bathroom into the hallway?
Well, no, I think it's because
I mean,
you
here's a
step-
drain right down here.
you
Yeah, that
step
looks like
out-
that looks like the floor of a gym shower.
Okay, I found the exact same ad for a Mini 4 Pro under a different guy's name.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's relisted a bunch of times under fake accounts.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's bullshit.
exactly the same thing.
When was it listed? When was it listed, Joe?
And then
This one
sometimes,
is
Fine.
a lot of times, they don't use their own pictures. They'll just go to Google Images and find pictures that people took of actual listings.
Yeah, this is the guy in New Hampshire.
Okay, Justin.
Says joined
Bill,
in
Bill obviously
2009.
doesn't want to go and halves with me. You want to go and halves with me for the RV?
You know, this
Yeah,
is a
it's
real
just-
ad. This was listed a week ago in Okeechobee, so I
We just
believe
won't stop and pick Bill up on the way. How about
Yeah.
that, Donald?
No, screw him.
Holiday Rambler, 36 foot.
He doesn't get on the party bus. He didn't want to play.
It's got a 5.9 Cummins diesel
It-
pusher motor.
The
Ran
engine is
when
not
parked.
seized.
Yeah, ran when parked.
They claim.
Right. Well, why would you want it to run when it's parked? Anyway, it's
Well, why would you park it and then just let it sit there like that?
Well, it could be that somebody
Yeah.
died. Could be just sitting there.
It could be that it ran, but it was just dropping oil all the way to the parking spot.
Yeah. Yeah, ran with the
just-
tow truck
oh,
as it was
plenty of fish.
The engine's not seized. There's a rod through the side of it, but it's not seized.
I'm saying here's the suggestions. Inside is in okay shape. Well, I beg to differ. Outside is rough. Used to park and camp for cheap. Pull the 5.9 Cummins out and resell. Look, he's got all kinds of suggestions. Why don't you do that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
he's
yeah, look
saying-
at this. The tile runs from the bathroom out into the hallway.
Yeah, he's saying pretty much you can buy it to fix it, or he's giving you ideas of how you could scrap it if you
Yeah,
wanted to buy it.
absolutely. Look, it's got hardwood floors.
How much you think you get for a motor like that motor though?
Oh, I don't know.
If it was in good condition, few thousand.
No. In
Don't
good
think so.
condition? Oh, several thousand. But
I'm
I don't
saying
know
if it
how
were-
many miles are on this thing. How many miles are on that motor? 500,000, a million? What
It
else?
looks like all of them.
Yeah.
At
What else? we got
least,
for
at
sale?
least most of them. Huh?
This is kind of fun. What else we got for sale down here? We can have a Jeep golf cart for $1,800.
Party boat.
They sell those for like $2,000 new, I think, at what is Costco, I think
It's kind of
sells
like
those.
that buggy you got there, Don.
It's either Costco or Sam's Club sells those. I've seen a couple YouTubers do reviews on those.
Well, except
Well,
this
the
one has
tires
this
and wheels aren't cheap either.
I think they're like $2,000 new if you buy one from Costco.
You said that 3 times, Justin.
I know.
Justin, are those $2,000?
How much are they?
There's a
All
six,
of it.
Look at this
Does
guy.
anybody know where? Does
There's a
anybody know where
six-
you can buy one of those new?
there's a 6 foot carry-all trailer with everything for $1.
This is funny. You take a shed and you dress it up a little bit. You put an actual window and a real door in it, or 2 windows. Oh, 3 windows. There's one over
Yeah,
here.
people
too.
do that
Oh.
all over the place.
And they call
Wait,
it a
hold
cabin.
on.
And they call it a cabin.
Yeah, people do that all over the place.
Look at the air conditioning unit. It looked like it was duct taped in the window.
No, they just sealed. They just no. That's
It
just
looked like
sealed.
duct tape.
Now,
No, Justin, I lived up north. Okay, that's what you do. You seal around it so the air doesn't get.
Well, I mean, to throw some drywall
Now-
and insulation, and that wouldn't be that much.
now, Bill, there is a horse ranch up in Springfield, Missouri, or that area, and they have something like that done up as a bunkhouse. So if you want to come out there and stay, you can rent the place for the night.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
you could put a little tiny kitchen and
What
bathroom.
are the
in there.
dimensions on this thing? It's pretty. It's pretty
Yeah,
long.
Little bunkhouse. That's great. I could live in that.
Get some insulation and drywall.
I could live in that and be happy.
I don't know if you could call this a cabin. I mean, there's no kitchen, there's no plumbing. I mean, I don't know. It's a
Uh-huh.
shed.
Well,
It's a
there's no electrical wiring.
You could set
Uh,
up kind of like an RV style
You're-
plumbing setup in there.
You're right.
Yeah,
There is
it's
no
got
electrical
toilet.
wiring. No, there's nothing.
Outhouse.
Look at that trailer.
Ooh, look at this. Yeah, baby. Mustang.
Now we're
Coupe.
talking.
$1,750.
Manual
Oh, the bumper.
transmission, paid off.
Actually, the bumper's still on it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah,
Might be a
come on.
plus.
Yeah.
Small
Oh,
crack
listen.
front windshield.
Mustang drivers usually lose their bumper at some point.
Little spot there on the hood.
155,834.
They didn't show you the 3/4 from the passenger side.
Uh,
No, you think you'd
Definitely.
vacuum it first before you took pictures.
yeah, it needs a good detail for sure.
Well, that's right. 1,700.
Oh,
bucks.
yeah.
What do you expect?
They were
Well, the
hauling kids.
headboard.
Oh, there
Well,
it is. Okay.
It's like that. It's like that flood car they tried to show me
I
yesterday.
mean, it's got a little dent here, but it's in.
Huh?
It's got that racing yellow, which I actually kind of like.
Oh.
Oh, windshield's cracked.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh,
a
it's
small
from the
crack. That was not a big
ex-girlfriend.
crack.
That was from the ex-girlfriend.
This
Well-
vehicle is paid off, I guess.
I'd hope so. Jesus. I hope they're not paying a car
All
payment.
right,
on
let me
it.
see. Description. 5-speed manual 0640 engine. So it's the
By the,
6.
by the way, Donald,
Sebastian, Florida.
You can get one of those at Costco, by the way.
About $2,000.
Yeah, about $2,000.
Small crack in front windshield. The first, that didn't look small, first of all. And second, doesn't matter. It's right, it's right, it's
Bill,
right there
in
by the
case you-
driver.
In case you couldn't tell, the color of the car is yellow.
Yellow. Wait a
Well, I know
second.
you had the color
The
blindness.
small
I know-
crack in the windshield allows rain to cut a little inside when it rains.
That's the feature.
Yeah, you mean there's a piece of glass missing? I mean, that's
I mean, if you knew it was leaking, why wouldn't you put a tarp over the window and then,
Okay.
you know?
The witch, I don't know which witch is casting the spell, but witch, when it rains, it leaks a little inside when it rains.
all right. We're being mean now.
Yeah, we are.
That's still not a
Uh,
bad. That's a perfectly good price for that thing, though.
Hey, that's not a bad deal. 900
Nah,
bucks
for
a
like
whole pallet of
1,500 bucks
fencing.
and it fix it up. You know,
I was talking about the
Uh,
pallet of fencing. That's not a bad deal for that much.
Toyota
fencing.
Corolla, 3,500 bucks. 150,000 miles. It's a Toyota. It just broke in.
Well, those run forever.
That's what they say.
Unless something bad
It's a
happens.
Corolla.
Oh, yeah,
Uh-huh.
big ass.
Little bangaroo there.
That's where they broke into it.
Yes, that's how they got it. Oh, no pictures of the inside. That's great.
Look at is the grill missing on that front bumper? Because it's just wide open.
No, it's just open. That's how it looks.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way it is. My
Here's a
daughter had
drone.
one.
500 bucks for this
There
guy.
you go.
500.
Canadian
What the
500.
fuck?
It's Sky Star Lord. DJI Air OG Cam Air Unit TBS Crossfire. It seems like a lot.
Yeah, for
Well,
500. Yeah, that's maybe like a
like-
But it's
$100.
500 Canadian.
Well, they're in Montreal. So
FYI.
they're in Montreal, so that's $75.
Yeah, $500.
Oh, yeah.
That's
75 American. That's not bad.
That's a good deal.
FYI, I found 6 ads for the DJI Mini 4 for $180.
$400 for this guy. That's actually a good deal.
Yeah, for a zero turn.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
I mean, the seats beat
Even in,
up.
that,
It's
even in that condition, it is.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just dirty.
Looks a little-
absolutely brand
I
new.
was
This
gonna
thing's
say, does the
it's like
battery
$3
run?
grand.
Or does the
Oh, I'm
engine
just
turn over?
asking. I
That's
don't
all you
know.
need to
I'm not a lawnmower
It's a
enthusiast.
good name brand, Cub Cadet.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And it's, new, yeah, 28 to $3,000. It's a little beat up, a little
it's
weather
missing the belt.
worn, and it needs a belt. It says so
Yeah.
right there, but you can see it, the belt it needs is for the mower deck. That's no
Yeah.
big, as long as
Yeah.
it drive, it's
Yeah, I
got a
was gonna say.
drive belt and it runs good, needs a battery.
As long as the drive shaft is straight, and probably is straight if it's on a belt run. So you're pretty good.
I think this is a great,
Okay.
actually.
Yeah. think
I was
it's
just
great.
asking.
Yeah, no, I've looked, no, zero turns, they're a lot of money.
The only thing I would be
I mean,
concerned
I've
about
seen
is
them, but it just looked a little rough.
just check your compression on it and make sure that you don't have to break that engine open.
And that seat, you could buy those
You can buy that, or
if you care. If
put a
you
cover on it.
Throw,
if you even
just
care.
throw a
Cover
cover
on
on it, you know?
If you even care to. I mean, it's not rotted. I don't see any. I mean, I'd have to take the leaves off the deck to take a
That's
look.
what duct tape is for.
Well,
Duct tape the
it looks,
seat.
it looks
it
like there might be
obviously
some
ha-
rot on the deck.
If you look at the plastic, it's obvious that it's been set outside and not put inside when not used. So it's just been set outside.
I don't know why not. It's got a really big double garage. I don't know why it would
Yeah.
leave it outside.
Well, maybe they pushed it out there from, in the garage and there it got the leaf.
Look at all, yeah, unless it was out there for a couple
It's
days.
been
There's
it's
covered
more
in
than a
leaves.
couple days.
Well, look
Yeah,
at
it's been out a little
the,
bit. Look at the seat.
well, not to mention, look at the,
The
Yeah, it's got
leaves
moss.
that are piled on it.
well, not to mention the pulley right there is all rusted to hell too. So it looks like it's been, and then
No,
not
it
to
looks like
mention-
there might be some rot on the
There's a
deck.
belt.
That's what sucks. Replacing this deck would be expensive.
and the plastic is very faded, like it's been sitting in the sun.
This typically rots out first because of the cut mowings and like that. Damn,
Set on it.
if you don't clean it off and take care of it.
Yeah, you don't clean it, you're gonna run right through it.
Yeah. I got some holes in my deck actually.
The hell's the
Holes in my
Joe
dick.
Pro?
$50 Razor electric scooter.
Oh, Matt can buy that.
Matt couldn't sit on that
This isn't
That's a
bad
nice
either.
looking one.
with his
No,
That was
back.
the
that's,
one.
not, that's not a bad
That was that-
price.
You
That
can
was
make a
actually
train
the
out of
s-
that.
That was actually the
John
scooter I was
Deere
trying to get him
Green.
to buy, Joe, when he first was looking at him. I sent him the picture of one of those Razor scooters. I said, get this one.
Oh, 111. I'm familiar with that.
American made.
It's John Deere Green.
Now, do you have to download software from Russia to run this one?
I don't
Asking
think
so.
so. This is it's a 20 horse.
No, that the electricity in that is about as complicated as my dune buggy. It might be a little more complicated actually.
It's about a $3,000 mower. So that's a good price.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
an
at
iron
least
shirt,
three,
and
yeah.
I just don't feel like doing it.
Yep. That looks pretty. That's
That's-
good.
Well, we
yeah.
went from scammy drones to Bill shopping for a new mower.
I wouldn't mind
Hey,
it. Let's see
Yeah,
what a
that
John Deere L111 goes for.
That was not bad.
He needs one. He needs one of those to drive around the bowling alley.
Kind of an electric wheelchair. He just gets a lawnmower.
No,
Sold.
he needs to build a train on it. Like my train.
How long's it been listed?
It's part of the 100 series. That's the least. That's their lowest level.
It was just listed a day ago. I bet you could talk them down probably $100.
Yeah, they don't make this particular model, I don't think anymore. But the 100, yeah, but you see, mowers have really, really jumped, man. You used to be able to get a John Deere. I was tempted, like for less than $1,500 for a 100 the S100. But now the S100 is $2,400. That's how much it's
Jesus.
gone up in the last 2 years. Yeah.
Almost doubled, yeah. That's crazy.
Now this is a bigger version of that, so he's right. It's pretty close. It's probably close to $3,000. Yeah, brand new.
Yeah, it was listed a day ago. That's why I say you probably
If you
get.
could get it.
The mowers go quick though. The two mowers I sold on Facebook Marketplace, they sat on there for like a day or two, and people were scooping them up.
That's
Oh,
because
they've
how
been
much.
pretty
How
quick.
it's-
Look at the trailer for $500.
What about it? You want a trailer
Oh,
for
hell with the
$500?
trailer,
I
look
got
at
one in the
that.
backyard you can have.
How wide? I need a trailer for my buggy.
Not wide enough for your buggy. This is just a 4x8 utility trailer.
That's for golf cart, small shit.
Yeah.
You're starting a lawnmower service. It'd be useful for that.
Come on.
Mudball's buggy lawnmower service.
Cooper Mini.
Mini.
144,000 miles. They actually, I drove one of those one time. They're actually fun little cars to drive.
Yeah, I came very close.
The
to
one
getting
I
one.
drove had a turbo in it too. That was a quick little bastard.
Hmm.
No, the
I'll show the
Mini.
back. Is it a
It's like the
countryman?
little
This
MG
is
midgets, they
I
were
think the
fast.
countryman they call it. This is they're a little bit bigger for us American fatties.
I
Well,
can
that's true.
imagine Bill's tall as fuck. I can imagine him getting out of a damn Mini Coupe.
Well, no, these longer wagon ones, they're actually made for America. They're actually made for. They're fine. 144,000. It's an 04, 45 miles per gallon. Probably only runs on 2 cylinders. Good interior accessories, blows cold.
I knew somebody did that.
Yeah, put little ice cubes in your mouth. Beautiful.
You
Plenty
know,
of fish.
if Kai can get in and out of it, then it's good.
Oh, well, there's a plenty of fish out there too.
It's what? Yeah, plenty of fish right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't put a price on her though.
Why there's such bullshit. 2023 Camry for $29.99.
Yeah, it's
The
fucking
assistant's ads.
scam.
Unless it's a down payment.
Yeah, look at that look at that
Or it's a
toolbox right there.
or it's a flood
$65.
What the what?
$65 toolbox.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. I don't give a shit if it's an off brand. There's no way a toolbox that size is going for $65.
Well, it's
That's
huge.
the one. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
it's
saying, for
Lowe's.
that size.
Lowe's
No,
too.
that's-
The link is to Lowe's. That's funny.
No. When we clicked on it last time, look at the actual website up in the search bar. It's not actually Lowe's website. I think it's a scam website that looks like Lowe's website.
But it's gone. It's gone for good.
Even Lowe's would never sell one that cheap, even a display model. There's just no way in hell. You might get a few $100s knocked off a display model, but not that much. Because you're looking at what, about $1,200 for a toolbox that size at least?
I want an RV.
Maybe $800 if you're lucky.
There was a time I would have wanted this boat.
Getting her wet.
Getting
I
her
like
wet. That's too funny. This has got to be an Okeechobee. Loxahatchee, same thing. That's a nice boat. Center console. I like that. Hold on. Great fishing boat. 93.
I saw a video the other day of a guy
Get it.
burning up a boat motor by starting it, letting
You
it
have to worry
roll.
about the fiberglass in this thing.
It wasn't in the water.
Yeah.
Rebuilt trailer, 130 horse Yamaha.
Yeah.
That's a great boat. And not a bad price. 55
Nice. It's a nice little boat.
I don't think it's all that little.
Nope, it's a pretty big boat.
Big enough.
I mean,
Well, I've been in a lot of boats. That's the ones I've been in that were a lot bigger than that.
I've been in bigger boats.
We had a
my
vacation
budget-
home in
I
Lake
worked on a
Havasu.
cruise ship. That's a boat.
My budget
saying-
boat is like a little scamp.
I'm saying we had a vacation home in Lake Havasu, so I've seen a lot of boats in my day.
I'd say this is at least 20. This might be 20 feet. Huh. Okay. Oh, and it's next to a pretty nice looking rider mower. Okay, let's move on from there.
Oh, $32 for an antenna.
Throw in the mower. Throw in the mower. I'll take the boat.
$1 for a Jeep.
$1 for a beat up Jeep.
Oh, that's a great ad. Here's a guy putting in pop-on veneers.
$200 gaming PC. There's like, well, there can't be nothing in that thing.
Works fine. Great starter PC. I
What the
use
fuck
to stream.
graphics card is that?
I don't know.
GPU is on the fourth pick. Go to the fourth pick.
Ooh, it lights up.
570 series GPU.
What?
The 570 Radeon 570.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, you can kind of.
It's a great starter PC. Did a lot of stuff back in 2006.
Who?
So back in 2006.
It's probably a little newer than that, but
4 gigs of RAM.
No. Dedicated GPU.
oh,
okay.
GPU. Yeah.
I was all I said was 4 gigs.
It's interesting. It's confusing here. GPU memory.
So
It
it's
says
taken
8
4
here.
gigs from the OS as well. So that's why the
Dedicated and
8.
shared.
Dedicated 4, shared 4. That's an interesting setup.
Yeah,
back
there's
to
a
that
lot
page.
of room in there.
This is, I'd like to see more.
Go
on
back
this.
to that pic.
That's a big case because the hardware barely
This
takes up
here?
any room in it.
OS build installed on. Really? They just installed the OS?
Yeah, well, they probably did to sell
Wiped
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'd like to know how much RAM's in this, what the processor is. I mean, there's nothing.
If you're lucky, it's got 8 gigs.
That looks like Laura's fucking case. Laura has this big, gigantic ass case, and all her hardware just looks little tiny inside of it. It's like it takes up no room.
For $200, though, what do you expect? This
I
is
mean, that's
That's true.
it's a fair
Yeah.
deal. Yeah, no, that's a fair. I don't care
If
what's
you
in
need
it.
something to browse the
Yeah.
web on, it'd
Yeah.
work.
I don't care what's in it. It's a fair deal.
you talk them down to 160, and you get it's even better.
It's better. It's better than on chip. An AGP. It's better. It's a little better. 570 is okay to start off with for a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I'm gonna have to run, y'all. I gotta get everything staged so I don't forget something. 'Cause I'm gonna be leaving in about a couple hours. I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. It won't be tonight
Alright.
because, like I said, I'll be out there at about 10 o'clock.
Have fun.
So
Later.
later, y'all.
All right. Take care, Joe.
Ooh, that's a pretty bike.
Yeah, these are
That's
kind of cool.
nice.
It's a 4-cylinder. You see this here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very clean.
It's a 77 KZ 1000. These are kind of classic.
Actually, that looks like that would be a fun bike to drive too.
That's why he's asking $5,900 for such an old bike. It's kind of a sought after model, kind of, sort of.
Well, it looks like he took really good care of it too.
Oh, it's all been redone. It says right here, excellent condition stock engine, advanced and Heinz header, rebuilt carbs, new oil change, lots of chrome, bigger wheel and tire, runs great, very nice red maroon paint. It's kind of like what I'm doing
Yeah.
with those Yamahas.
Well, not bad at all.
No,
Is that a
these-
good
these-
price for it?
These straight 4s, yeah, it's all right. I will he get it? Probably not, but it's not an unfair price. It's a nice bike. These are cool. People like these old school looking bikes.
What would you pay for it? Around like 4 or something?
Nothing. I ride a Harley.
Oh, I'm just saying, if you were buying it, how much would you offer for it right out the gate?
4.
If he was 4,000?
Yeah. I mean, I'd let him talk me up from there, but if I really wanted it,
How long has it been listed?
8 weeks. Yeah, he's high. He's a little high, but he's put money into it and he wants to get his money out of it. It's a cool bike. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, here's another bike. $3,900. Oh, and it comes with an old guy.
Ridley Auto Glide. Have you ever heard of that?
No,
Hi,
never heard of it. Never heard of it. 744 automatic.
Oh, that's
So this is some Chinese scooter thing, I think. Hold on, let's check it out.
I'd say that looks like a pretty beefy bike.
Oh, come on. Don't be silly. Beefy.
Oh, I mean, it's a little beefier than the Honda you ride.
What?
He says you ride a Honda.
Yeah, no, I've never owned a Honda motorcycle. And I ride an electric ride electric
how
bike
dare
classic. You dick. It's like a
$16,900
$1,600.
suggested list price.
Look at that. Yeah. When it was new, I guess. Never heard of it. What the hell is this thing?
There are a lot of weird Chinese brands coming onto Amazon now.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, but this doesn't appear to be that because it's the original price is way too high.
Unless it's just some really rare bike or something. I don't know.
Ridley Motorcycles.
Or it could just-
Certified. Here, Ridley Motorcycle, certified pre-owned. So it sounds like they don't make them anymore.
I wonder if it was a small company that went under.
Nice looking bike. It's got nice lines though.
Well, it might have been, like I said, it might have been a small American company that just went belly up.
Could be. They're from Oklahoma City, down here, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. So they're automatics, huh? No, that's interesting. That would make that bike heavy.
Oh
It's,
shit!
it's not much of a motor. It's not even an 800. What was it? 750 something. How about an about? I want to know what something about this company now. No clutch needed.
Auto Glide, huh?
All right, here's a story. Bike Curious. No clutch needed. 2005 Ridley Autoglide 744 LE. There's a limited edition model. Just 40 were produced. It represented the first use of the belt final drive for now semi defunct Ridley Motorcycle Company. Founded in '95 on the premise that no motorcycle time were available with automatic transmission. Yeah, they were. They were called scooters. And the hope that removing shifting from the occasion will make it easier for some individual. Yeah, because you don't want to spend that half an hour to learn how to shift a motorcycle. Unfortunately, Ridley's biggest flaw was naming this bike the Auto Glide, an odd decision after Harley Davidson had used the glide term for decades. Yeah, that's probably a mistake. They were sued by Harley. Of course they were.
That's probably why they went belly up. They probably sued them into oblivion.
That's exactly what it says. And the ensuing legal fees and settlement put Ridley out of business.
Yeah, Harley's a big company to go against if you're
So that means no parts.
And it was packaged in an interesting way. All of the bikes came with the most popular equipment, but no factory options were available. You get take it or leave it. They're nice looking. I mean, this has got a way. I mean, I don't know what kind of transmission we're talking about here.
Although I guess with everything. With
Oh, look
those,
at it's got a video. You can up a little bit. Click on that video right there.
What a great marketing tool. No words, no music. I got the sound on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Rod said, there was only 40 made. It's probably hard to find parts for unless you can put something else in it.
Well, I think the 05, when it first came out, it sounds like there was 40. I mean, does that guy have one of 40 that was made that's for sale? It's interesting.
Maybe
Lot
of
of-
that
lot of
particular
chrome.
model.
How much is it listed for?
7,500, I think, wasn't it? I don't know. I have to take a or 3,500.
See, if I was the company, I wouldn't have tried to fight Harley. I'd have just offered to sell the company to him. 'Cause,
Yeah, I don't think Harley needs them.
no, but they'd probably rather just buy you out and shut you down than have to deal with court.
It's nice looking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
if they-
many
if they-
custom
if-
built choppers are out there that people have built?
If they would have just called it Auto Ride,
Oh,
Dude.
Bikes and Beards bought 2 of the OC choppers and he said they were horrible. He said those bikes are absolute junk.
That's a nice looking bike.
yeah.
He's got a really cool YouTube channel. If you've never watched his channel, Bikes and Beards, he's a pretty funny guy.
Electronic speedo on it.
Oh, that's about as cheap the Speedo as you can get, by the way. Paul. They put it in that nice chrome box, but I mean, come on. Oh, sound.
So my nephew just sent me a text saying that some cult members tried to recruit him yesterday.
Scientology?
No, it's a church here. It's just a local church here, and they even have an app and a website that he could download. And I went to their website, and they claim to be able to raise the dead. They're beyond healing. They can raise the dead. Just go ahead and put in your information.
Well, you can do that with a blue pill.
Come with an open exhaust.
I kind of want to sign up and.
It appears to be fuel injected. I don't see a choke.
Next thing you know, Donald's gonna be coming in on the live streams in a fucking one of those. So look like he's coming out of Star Wars with the hoodie thing on.
Dude, I wouldn't show up with you sinners until I was fully trained and able to convert you.
Anyway, I'm gonna take off, guys. Have a great day.
He's asking for 3,900. I bet you could buy it for 25, Bill.
If there was only 40 of these made, that'd be a collector's.
Well,
item.
of course, Donald, you'd have to ascend first, right?
Or maybe that's what that guy thought. No,
I don't know. I'm
You'd have to
still
learn
looking
how to do ascend properly. Get your ascension.
heal the sick, raise the dead, liberate the planet.
What?
At their church, and you can get trained. You can sign up for a training course. I don't know how much that costs.
Sounds like with Scientology. You sign up for the training courses. They were doing ads during the Super Bowl. Scientology was.
I saw
thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh my God. I just really don't understand how people that are, have made it through life so successful, people like Tom Cruise and shit, just get sucked into that kind of shit. You think they'd be smarter than that.
Because back in the day, it was easy to kind of get, you slowly get into it, slowly. It's when you first go in, it's more like therapy instead of actual, all the other stuff you don't know about those stuff. It's more like therapy. And, talking about stuff and going through self-assessment, that actually is a healthy thing. You can clear your mind and stuff with that. So that's how they get sucked in.
Look, he's already trying to talk. He's already trying to talk us into it. Listen to him.
No, I think later on, they have shared too much, and it is blackmail material.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. For somebody that's like big, like Tom Cruise or something.
Right, but I mean, have you ever done like meditation?
That's cheap for a Grady White.
Yeah.
Are you?
Says the floor's solid in it. Yeah.
I have a 2019 Goldwing Grau automatic trans. Shelby says in the chat.
Needs to be finished, but who cares?
Wasn't the KZ 1000 referred to as the Widowmaker? What's up, Tim?
that?
How's it going?
Oh, I don't know.
Also, no offense to anybody who might be members of cults.
And don't forget that the star power, the people that are like famous like him, they're the king shit of that religion, by the way.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to, you would think that somebody at that.
Get to do whatever they want to, basically, based on what I've been reading. Here's a Honda Silverwing. What's a Silverwing, Justin?
Cheaper version of Goldwing.
No, it's a scooter.
A less valuable Goldwing.
No, it's a scooter.
Is it made by Goldwing? Is that what?
Made by Honda.
I don't know. I don't know bikes like that.
Well, you were making
making
fun of me before with Hondas. This is actually a really good scooter. I mean, it's a.
Well, I mean, Honda makes good stuff. I mean,
the Silverwing, I think, is a 400.
You just prefer Harleys, but Honda does make good bikes. They made that was all I.
Everybody makes good bikes.
They make good dirt bikes. My choice of dirt bike was Yamaha, but
600.
I drove.
This is a 600cc scooter. Single haul ass. You don't have to shift it. Easy to run, easy to ride.
And they have really good, reliable motors too. Honda does.
Yeah, well, most of them. Always garage kept Boynton Beach.
I know a lot about dirt bikes, just not street
good
bikes
looking.
or scooters. Not very familiar with those.
Here's a Goldwing that someone put a rear end.
Oh, those fucking trikes are expensive.
Well, it's a Goldwing with a kit.
Mm-hmm.
My old boss had a gold wing trike. Man, he paid a lot of money for that stuff.
Absolutely.
And they're hard to find too. Like they go pretty. He was saying they go really quick when they hit the market.
They're hard to find because they don't come from Honda like that. You have to pay to put that kit on the back.
And all the guys who ride bikes and are getting too old to ride bikes. Swap
Well,
out
that's the
trikes.
reason why he went to a trike, because he has early stages of Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
And so his doctor said, you're still good to ride, but I would rather you be on a trike than a two-wheel. So he went to a trike, but he was shopping around and he said the used trikes were going so quick he could never get his hands on one. So he ended up buying a new one.
Yeah,
because it was so hard to get.
I find them not fun. Why bother? Get a convertible.
Well, his was for medical reasons. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying get a convertible. You want open air? Because riding those things, you don't lean. Actually, I almost fell off it because I was trying to turn and lean the bike, and it doesn't lean, not even a little.
Nope, you'll go
Yeah, because
diagonal.
your
steer's different.
Your natural reaction is the way I want to lean into the turn.
Yep, they'll go diagonal and throw your ass right off that way.
When I was first learning dirt bikes, that was one of the things my uncle was teaching me. He goes, "You're natural." He goes, "If you never rode a bike, you're going to want to lean against the turn." He goes, "No, lean into it." And it took me a few times to get that feeling of wanting to lean into the turn because I was always wanting to go like that against
Look,
it.
for $2,500, you can have a boat, BOTE. And Loxahatchee.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that if they didn't spell boat right.
Well, I wouldn't believe it, but it's listed in Florida, so.
Well, and then he spells it right down here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Project has 20 feet. Oh, it has 20 feet. That must be fast.
Yeah.
It has, he's saying how many
Has
feet it
20
has, 20 feet.
Title in hand of the boat and trailer. I have 3 engines. One starts good compression in the 6 cylinders, and the other starts but does not have compression. We'll take that one and shove it up your ass. And the third does not work. You can bring your mechanic to check.
Well, if it starts and doesn't have compression, I mean, you can.
No, one starts and has good compression.
Okay.
So that's the one you'd put on the boat. That's probably a 10 horse. The
The other one,
no, it's got
compression
6
is the one
cylinders.
you
So 6 cylinders.
take apart in the garage.
It's a 6-cylinder. What?
Well, Donald's claiming we don't know how to spell in Florida, so.
Yeah, I know. I can spell dick. Let me see. I spell what?
Yeah, but you spell it D-I-K.
It's D-I-K-E, okay?
Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, that conversation was enough for Paul. He's like, nope.
Well, we've been on for quite a while, and
39.9, 2 beds, 2 baths.
and
Yeah,
David is on right now. So
Yeah, I'll jump over and say hi to David.
yeah,
I
jump
need to
over,
go out
say
and-
hi to David and Laura. Bill,
Oh, let me-
thanks for stopping by.
Oh, put the link for David's channel in your chat real quick. That way, if anybody doesn't have it, they can jump over there and say hi to him before you shut it down.
Oh, well, what is the
Yeah.
link?
Hold on, I'll pull it. Just don't shut your stream yet.
55 and older. 39.9. See, if I was retired, broke or retired, that's. I wonder what the lot rent and the what do you call fee is? All right, I'll stop doing this. This isn't a bad little
All right.
unit for that kind of money.
Got
And
it
if
in-
anybody wants to jump over and say hi to David, that's his YouTube link.
Okay.
He's live right now, so I'm going to jump over there. I'll see you guys if you guys want to head over there. All right, we'll see you later, Paul.
Okay. Take care.
Ciao.
Later, Bill.
See ya.